This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code Cumulus. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Joining us in the interview loft, comedian John Campanera. John's a great stand-up comedian, a veteran of the world of stand-up comedy. Started in Chicago. Mm-hmm. Now, Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Vin Scully. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips.
Yeah.
And he thinks he knows what they're saying on the field. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. Young says he doesn't like Fuddruckers, says to go to Fuddruckers yourself. Tracy says you gotta try the ground chuck you. Young says chuck you too and tosses him out of the game. Well, how do you like that? You offer somebody dinner and they throw you out of the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. He's like Sominex. He's like, Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday. We got the best of Charles Bronson right here on TBS. Death Wish 1 through 25 right here on TBS. Well, I guess that was the game winner. Everybody seems to be shaking hands and patting each other. Tune in Wednesday when the Cubs come to face the Braves right here on TBS.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. He's got no personality. What the hell is he talking about? You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero. That's a good-looking youngster, huh? You'd be like, what the hell is that?
Hey, look at the kid in the sombrero. Huh? Nice guy. Hey! Good Friday, huh? Right? It's Good Friday, right? Am I overstepping my...
I think doing it as a...
neutral religious...
doing it as an ultra...
Good Friday.
Puking DJ.
Oh. So you wouldn't think the... what are they? The Padre? The what are they?
What?
Priest?
Yeah, the vicar. What do they call him?
Priest?
Okay, yeah.
So you'd like to have a priest do their services in a DJ voice?
Good morning. Welcome to Good Friday.
Hey, body of Christ.
Be a reverend, could be.
I'll tell you what, after the homily, we got traffic and weather.
The cash song coming up.
We have the morning vespers.
And of course, sadly, we're going to have some obituaries.
But first, music.
But here's the choir and one of your favorites, ladies and gentlemen.
We did by request. We've got a little 9 Inch Nails for you.
Oh, Tom.
Am I the only one who took money out of the collection plate?
Yes. By the way,
Yes.
you'll be hearing about that again as you enter hell.
Fair enough.
Boy, that's a nice shirt, Chip.
I didn't do it very often. I thought I'd shock the world and
I
wear
like
something
that a
non-black.
lot.
It is like you're going to an Easter brunch or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I could be going to an Easter brunch.
Or a funeral.
Could
very-
be an obituary. No, it's
very
not.
nice.
Kind of an Oxford
Very
cloth.
nice.
Yes, it's very.
Very not you.
Very blue.
This is really throwing me.
Thank you. I know it. I knew it would. Yes, I know. You're just like a child.
Does it have a pocket?
You're a baby.
Got
Just
two-
one.
Oh, one?
Just one.
Worthless.
Just one. Worthless.
I'm saying I've got a golf shirt with one pocket.
What were we arguing about off the air? I forget.
Everything.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
GPS?
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's still complaining. Yeah, we went to Cincinnati yesterday morning. Thanks, everybody. Reds fans are the best.
They were
My
great.
goodness. But he got lost yesterday going to...
No, I'm just saying the GPS tells you to go get in the right lane. If you're in the right lane, the next thing you know, you're in Lexington.
Well,
you're
first
going
of
across
all-
the Ohio River, and I had it confirmed by Mike Mark from our staff. I've got to email the GPS people, tell them to fix it.
The amazing thing about
Who
this
do you email for
is
the
that
GPS?
That's the thing. It's the dark web.
this being,
Josh can tell you it's a conspiracy.
this being
Oh,
your
for sure.
fault or taking any responsibility for getting lost.
No. GPS tells you where they want you to go.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no-
Oh yeah, there must be some toll I had to pay. I got good government.
Yes.
I do have some good government news today.
Ain't no such thing.
Government, they got you right where you want you.
Well, with the tax season approaching, we have
balls.
an interesting story out of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing?
Yeah, I found $60 and was excited.
Yeah.
Imagine.
They have an account they found with more than $1 billion in it. They don't know where it came from.
Billion.
Yeah, and they don't know what to do with it. They
I got
don't
an
know-
idea. Why not give it back to the hardworking people of South Carolina? How about that? How about
Let's
sending
not
everybody a
get
check?
Carried away.
We all know they've been slowly siphoning that money from North Carolina.
That's exactly right.
From people working. Okay.
Now, North Carolina is under communist rule. Is that right?
On this,
May as well be.
things may be sad in certain places there today in the world of sports.
Oh, yeah, North Carolina lost last night. Yeah, sorry.
See the segue?
Sorry,
You
kids.
Talk about a slow pitch.
Yes, you're amazing. Yeah, and
Thank you.
At no time is anything going wrong ever your fault. North Carolina loses to Alabama. The Crimson, they call Alabama the Crimson Tide.
What do they call you?
They call me Deacon Blue
Yes.
for my shirt. How
Wearing
about
Deacon
that?
Blue today.
I don't really see powder blue as a bluesman color.
I
Well, like
love
a
that
royal
color.
blue,
It'd
like
be
a dark blue,
a deeper
like
blue, yeah.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
What's your-
89.
what is
You
your-
know that is the spring color. That's the trend color this year.
Had no idea.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Had no
Spring,
idea.
light blue.
It's
Mhm.
great. It really does look great.
You look like my dad.
I look like your dad. I look like your dad?
That's the kind of clothes my dad wore. Oxford cloth shirts and coat and tie all the time. My dad would wear a coat and tie in the house on a Saturday when he wouldn't even be going into work.
What about Sunday morning's breakfast? What would he wear? Coat and tie? Or
Oh,
just
yeah. Oh, yeah.
on Sunday morning?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
It was a different world.
It sure was.
Did he go to church on Sunday morning, or he just got up and put on a coat and tie?
Let me answer that. I'm guessing your family had no use for the opiate for the masses. I'm
No,
guessing-
my dad did not attend. Very, very, very rarely.
Not even on Easter or Christmas.
No, it was very difficult for him because he was in a wheelchair.
I could always
He
lean
wanted to
back
stay
on
home and
that.
watch wrestling on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the Simpsons episode where Marge takes the kids to church and Homer doesn't want to go, so he just doesn't. He fakes sick, being ill, and he stays home, and it's the best day of his life. Everything starts happening for him.
But coming up, a really interesting news story that I just stumbled on.
Done with the quick look at the
Oh, I'm sorry.
NCAA
Go
last
ahead.
night. Also, UConn advances to another Elite Eight, beating San Diego State. They were in the Final Four last year. Remember those guys, the Aztecs?
Yeah.
UConn 82, San Diego State 52 last night.
Ooh.
Check my math. I think UConn won by 30. Chase Hunter had 18 points, 3-point play with 25.7
Kind of a redundant name, isn't it?
seconds
Chase
left.
Hunter,
Chase
yeah.
Hunter. Clemson advances to the Elite Eight for the second time in school history, beating Arizona 77-72 last night. And Illinois reaches the Elite Eight for the first time since 2005, beating Iowa State 72-69 in the Eastern.
What about that nuns
the silly nun who likes all her basketball.
That was a Chicago.
Loyola.
Are they not in?
They're not.
She filled out a bracket, though. There was a big story that she filled out her first bracket. She'd never done that before, so I don't know how.
Oh, really?
Isn't
how her
she
bracket's doing.
like 106?
She is, I think, 102.
She's up there, right?
Oh.
Getting close to 1,000.
Doesn't Chase Hunter sound like the name of a detective on a bad network TV show?
Tonight,
a special episode of Chase Hunter.
Lyle Alzado is Chase Hunter.
Good choice.
Yeah.
That may be the obscure reference of the day.
Lyle Alzado. People know remember Lyle Alzado. Yeah. No?
I don't know.
Sister Jean is that lady's name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I can see her in my brain.
Also coming up today, no reason to leave the radio. We have a really unusual story about those famous, what's the word? Conjoined twins.
Yes.
And is the term Siamese twins not?
It's not.
Is that
used
considered
anymore.
to be pejorative?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yes,
Because I don't think they don't all come.
Explain.
They didn't all come from Siam.
Siam, for starters,
Yeah.
doesn't
Right.
exist anymore.
Right.
Yeah, well, there are many things that are
That was completely
labeled based on
incorrect.
You can't. I don't know what's going to have to happen for you to stop, but
Well, I'm just
it
tired
hasn't
of
happened yet.
tired
gonna
of
be
everybody's
bad.
changing everything.
Yeah, but that one makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
And has for decades. That's
what about
like,
Siamese? What about Siamese cats?
Well, those might, if they originated, if
That
that
might
breed
be, yeah.
originated from what was then Siam, I think it's fine.
What is Siam now? Is it Ceylon? I can never remember.
Isn't it Thailand?
Myanmar?
Myanmar?
Or is it Myanmar?
Beijing. See, this is the
I
problem.
don't know.
I
You
thought
keep
it was
letting these
North
people
Carolina.
change. They keep changing their names.
Me being dumb is not the problem.
No. I want to learn, whereas you don't want to learn, and you're sure you're right.
We've also got cool news from the world of astrophysics. A couple cool things going on out there.
Splitting the atom?
Well, we've been doing that.
Involving the world clock.
Yeah.
Didn't some kid in a high school in a microwave split the atom or something not that long ago?
I think he created a small nuclear reactor.
Yeah. Something like that? Is that right?
Well, that sounds like grounds for expulsion.
No.
You want to get out of the lab?
Hey, Poindexter, don't blow up the school, but hey.
Do you remember when Tony Stark got caught in that cave and the bad guys had him? He was imprisoned in the cave, and he made a nuclear reactor in the cave and became Iron Man. Remember that?
That first Iron Man's pretty great.
The first Iron Man is pretty good.
So he MacGyvered a nuclear reactor?
It's awesome, and it makes sense that he did it.
In a cave in
context.
Iran or somewhere, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Those were the bad guys for
He
this
had
movie.
tools and everything?
I don't know.
Most
but
of all, he had the wherewithal.
yes.
Okay.
And the idea.
All right. Now, all these things are coming up today. Sort of looking forward to that. And a couple of other items of interest today. We have more robot news.
Now, are these robots or are they mechanized levers?
These are robots. It's about what do they call?
It's about time.
Facial expressions and robots. They have like 30 servos or whatever they're
You
called.
promised me
Yeah.
they have a face.
Yeah, that's
right.
all about robot faces, as a matter of fact.
Oh.
Plus, have you heard about this big controversy about the Michelangelo David statue and the
I
genitals?
did, yeah,
No.
yesterday.
This is a real big deal.
Speaking of genitals and robots with faces, if you received a face from a robot, if you know where I've drifted,
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
would that be considered cheating?
Oh, my God.
What's the difference between that and one of those handheld
AccuJacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's
You're
not-
right.
I'd
It's
say
not cheating.
probably the answer
an
is probably about
age-old argument.
$5,000 is probably the difference between those.
I don't remember. Yeah. I don't remember Asimov's rules of banging robots.
I bet he saw it coming.
Right.
Yeah.
This is why it could be one of the only fun days to be a psychologist.
Why?
I mean,
Why?
Good Friday?
well, someone would come in with that.
Oh.
Do you mind if I bring in my partner? Oh, I'd like to meet her. The guy brings in like Lars and the Real Girl.
That's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah. Also, by the way, that was in the New York Times crossword puzzle a couple days ago.
Lars and the Real Girl?
Yeah. We have a great turkey story in the news, even though it's not anywhere near Thanksgiving. And if your name is Kyle, don't go anywhere except for Texas.
Interesting.
Your name is Kyle. You probably had access to a sailboat.
Oh, cool. Oh, I guess I'm the only one that sales. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Spend some time on yourself. That's what therapy is all about. You want to be the best version of you, be the happiest version of you. Well, that's where therapy comes in, and BetterHelp has a much better way to access therapy because it's done online. Of course, you still have the privacy and the important aspects of therapy going for you. But here's how it works. You fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with, at last count, more than 35,000 participating therapists. You'll be assigned one. By the way, if that doesn't work out, you can switch to another therapist, for no additional fee. Now, what I'm talking about is getting the therapy online. So you do it like a Zoom call, like a FaceTime call, or like a phone call if you don't want to be looking at the screen, or even texting back and forth. It's about what's convenient for you. And the other aspect of the convenience, of course, is you don't have to get in your car, your truck, and drive to some office and sit there looking at highlights for children and wonder what the guy across the way is doing there. No, because it's done in the privacy that you can afford oneself. You could be in your car. You could do it anywhere. That's what this is all about. BetterHelp. Go to BetterHelp.com/BT Show today. The /BT Show part knocks 10% off that first month. It's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. And the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Thank you very much. Now, also coming up in today's show, egg shortage. We're going to find out where. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. Listeners, are you looking for a shortcut to better auto insurance for you? Something that takes all the research off your plate, something that's easy, something that matches you with lower rates, something genius. That's where NerdWallet comes in. These nerds have already done the work for you. Just answer a few questions and ta-da, you'll be matched with top insurance providers in your area. Find the right rate for you today at nerdwallet.com. After all, using NerdWallet is more than just smart, it's genius. Not all applicants will qualify for the lowest monthly payments. NerdWallet Insurance Services, Inc. CA resident license number OK92033.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here on Good Friday. There's Ace and Josh, Christy, Pat under the weather. I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hi, Tom.
Thank you very much. Pat's just resting his voice for our big show coming up from Charleston, West Virginia next Friday. We're going to be at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center doing this show live.
He has to take a week off to get ready for a live show?
He's got kind of laryngitis thing going on. So
His instrument. He needs to rest his instrument.
There you go. And by the way, you can come see us at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center that morning. And then we're doing a special comedy show that night starring Mr. Godwin, Joshy, Mr. Oskay, and Willie G, which is going to be great. So speaking of Willie G, he's working with Reno Collier this weekend. They got a couple shows coming up. Reno's going to be our in-studio guest a little bit later on. But right now, we turn briefly to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Briefly, highlight on briefly. Once again, Grant Nelson, go-ahead three-point play with 38 seconds left. Alabama beat top seed North Carolina, 89-87. Top seed defending NCAA champ UConn continues their march toward back-to-back championships. They beat San Diego State by 30 last night, 82-52. The name that Tom seems to be obsessed with this morning, Chase Hunter, scored 18 points and a three-point play with 25.7 seconds remaining. Clemson advanced to the Elite Eight for the second time, beating Arizona 77-72. And I have an email about that. Dear Chick, you incredible dick. This is from William. Thank you. Thanks a lot for picking Clemson to beat Arizona. My beloved Wildcats are now out. Good job, Dick. What a wanker. This is Mr. C in Arizona. P.S. You suck.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Well,
seems to be a little upset.
Well, he had time to write that email, didn't he? He certainly wasn't watching his basketball.
Yeah, it was way over early.
Yeah. Gotten
dear Bob
the
and
gravel
Tom,
in your front Arizona yard.
This guy has a great last name. I have to tell it's Buttram.
Buttram?
Buttram.
Buttram?
How do you spell
Okay.
it?
Buttrum.
Wasn't there the famous actor, Pat Buttram?
Yeah, but it's RAM, I think, in 2 T's.
Oh, okay.
Buttram.
Mr. Haney. Hey, it's really time for Tom to get a driver. He got lost on the way to Bowler, Wisconsin, got lost on the way to Cincinnati. I suggest Jeff Oskay to take on that task. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, the Bowler, Wisconsin one was because the
Here we go.
GPS stopped working.
What are you laughing at? He sounds exactly like you.
I look at an actual map.
He sounds exactly like you.
Ace, do you really consult actual
old
maps
map?
before?
Well, I mean online.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's.
Handy if you're driving a computer. I'm telling you, the GPS told me to stay in the right lane, and I ended up crossing the Ohio River twice.
Twice.
Well, you got to
at least
cross. You got to cross
gotta
back.
Yeah. Unless you go around the world, and that's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's longer than.
That's a long haul.
Oskay could be the perfect driver. He already has the snazzy ties, including a bow tie. That's right. Thanks for all the laughs, Corey, not from Michigan.
You might want to check with Jeff. He and I were talking a little bit yesterday about he occasionally has some road rage. So if you don't mind a driver with road rage.
Oh, that's right. You
rode with him.
you guys rode. You and Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that? You were a little late, right? Or did you get caught in traffic? Or?
Who drove?
No, we were good, man. Oh, we had to leave earlier than planned because he had to do some stuff over here. Jeff drove. Yeah. It was great.
Really?
He did not have any of the road rage while we were.
Did you entertain him the whole time?
Yeah, well, I think we entertained each other. We had very nice philosophical talks about
Is that right?
life, love, and
Can you
liberty.
Stop at a rest stop at all?
We
illuminate?
stopped at a gas station.
Were there any arguments about I've got to go now? Please pull over.
Zero. It was very smooth going.
I had to stop.
I bought him gas.
You had to stop
I bought
on
him
the
a
way?
Mountain Dew.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did you
Twice.
contribute to the gas money?
Twice.
I paid for. Yeah, I filled up his tank.
Nice.
On the way back or on the way there?
On the way back.
Did you get stuck in that traffic jam?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, and actually, he told me though that one of our behind the scenes muckety mucks might be giving us $50 to compensate for the trip. In which case, I drove myself.
Good point. No, but I did have this out.
You better have receipts for that.
You're driving. You think I really have to go to the bathroom, but then you go, wait a minute. I think I can make it to my house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I'm almost like, maybe I better stop. There's a Starbucks with clean toilets. No, I can make it. I can make it. So I go, get off the freeway, go down the main road,
Man, I hope
get to
this
where I
is-
have to turn to my house. The
Piss your
street is blocked off.
There you go.
Yes.
So I pull up to the cop and I go, I live here. He goes, I don't care. You got to go around. I say, "Look, officer,
I don't care.
I'm about to give birth to a sandpaper softball. You better let me out." I had to drive all the way around to another.
So it wasn't a urination situation.
No, it was serious. I got to my house. I didn't even put it in the garage. I just shoved it into drive and then put it into park, flying in the door.
I gambled and I lost yesterday coming back. You know how you
Sharded?
You go past the exits and you go, this looks like a good exit. Nah, wait for the next one.
Yeah.
And I did that like 3 times, and then I finally got off and, of course, playing with myself. And then I got off the highway. And, no, but I hadn't run into this in a long time. The restroom was outside of the service.
Wow. Yeah.
I had to go around
Was it a one-holer?
the corner. Yes, a one.
Have to hover.
Yes, and a whole family was in the restroom before me.
Oh.
A mom and 2 kids and the dad, I'm assuming, or some sort of weird business transaction was taking.
I see.
I'm not
Were you
taking
okay?
place.
Did you make?
I was fine.
The
Yeah.
family that cruds together.
God.
No, that actually leads to an interesting story. Christy, did I give you the story about families and cars? I think this is fascinating.
Yes.
cars.
Yeah. Oh, we were just talking about that song, weren't we?
More fist fights happen in cars than
No,
anywhere?
according to new research, half of Americans consider their car to be part of the family.
What?
A survey of 2,000 American car
Calm down,
owners.
Josh.
No. Why is this? Because little kids get really excited when there's a new car, right? And why would they care? They don't get to drive it.
Oh,
They get to ride in
yeah,
it.
but they're in the
and
back,
yeah.
and they've got sometimes. Hey, look, this new car's got a
got a new
cup
car.
holder.
Or a TV in the back or something fun. Revealed 51% think of their car as part of the family. 53% would keep their current car forever if given the option. Just went through that. For some, this is due to an emotional attachment, while others have fond memories with their current
You know what
cars.
else that car has, Tom? Making the scene in the Gangster Lane. TV in the back.
That's right.
You know what that's from, Josh?
Some song we listened to one time, yeah.
Some song. No kidding. It's
William Devon, be thankful for what you've got.
I remember it being a cool song.
Yeah, it's a cool song.
It's in Shaft? Or is
I don't know.
The Gangster Lane?
I don't remember that.
That was Shaft, right? No?
I always listen to it. Yeah, ask Ace about it. It's always...
Ace is of the expert on
Shaft?
Bad television.
The xylophones?
Oh, this is very good. A little bit of vibes, man.
So sweet.
This is
It's awesome.
So
this
so
is
great.
making love music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Diamond in the back, sun who's tall. Dig in the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall.
And if I remember, the Gangster Lean is you move your head so that it's out of the range of fire.
Yeah, so you
don't get shot through the
That's
windshield.
Tom's contention.
No, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
I always thought the gangster lean was like, this is the steering wheel.
Right.
And you put your hand over the steering wheel like this, and you do this.
You lean because you've got the glass is all smoked, so no one can see in. And if they shoot you, you're going to be over here instead of over here.
Okay, I don't know.
I thought it was just because it looks cool.
I thought you wanted to get closer to the lady in the passenger
Yeah,
seat.
there you go.
Yeah, because and then if you see somebody you give them the wave like this.
Yeah, you just lift that hand up from
it's just
a little
really
flip.
cool looking.
Yeah, not even take it off the steering wheel.
So now, did you consider your car part of the family when you were a kid?
No.
Would you say 50% of people do?
Yeah, 51%.
Insane.
Now, were you conceived in a car?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I think
so.
it was a bed.
Josh?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
It could have been
You?
in high school.
You? Yeah.
No. Ace, have you ever had a consensual encounter in an automobile of any kind?
A Bill Clinton-ish one.
A Bill Clinton-ish one. That's very well put.
Okay.
What do you mean, like a cigar? What are you talking
Yes,
about?
no,
Well-
suggesting that it was an oral final, if you will.
Yeah.
You think your dad delivered it doggy to your mom to make you, Tom?
Okay,
You think
it's
that
time
was
now to move on. Oh, God. Now,
Well, we all know this because my husband had his car since 1990s, almost 460,000 miles on it, and he just sold it not too long ago.
The
like
little
a
red
month
car,
ago.
he sold
The
it?
red Jeep, yeah.
Oh, the Jeep.
No,
460,000 miles.
Yeah,
That's
and
amazing.
he really wanted to keep it to 500,000, but
Sounds like
we,
kind of a
did, we
cheap.
ran out of room, and
Spent some money.
Over the years, he spent $800,000.
How much
repairs.
did the person that bought it, are they going to use it as a automobile or is it a collectible?
no, they're going to use it as an automobile.
They're going to use it as a planter in
well,
the
no, I
front
mean,
yard.
But it needed a new transmission.
Okay,
We didn't want to put that much money into it, and the person that bought it knows how to do these things and is going to.
now, would you trade your husband for a new Tesla?
No,
You're just asking.
no, not at all.
I don't think she's.
How about a new?
She's not really.
So no, we're just
No, we're
deciding what
just
kind of car it
discussing
would
make
pick.
and model.
Okay, so we got the trade going. Andy's up for grabs. But
I think I might be in my last car. I think this is it. I think
What?
I'm going to keep this one. Yeah.
Really?
Good. That's great.
well,
nice car.
I think if you talk to any actuary, odds are he's not going to be able to finish the payments.
If I talk to any actuary, it usually ends with "How are you still alive?" Is what.
I'm looking for. I don't know. You guys remember this
Trouble?
car? No, my MR2. Do you remember that little Toyota MR2 that I had?
What a piece of crap!
Oh, I want to
those
buy it back
were.
so bad. And there's a girl that lives by one of our
Toyota's so different. now.
coworkers, and she won't sell me her car. I want it. So.
Well, it's just a matter of price.
You want the Dickey brothers to go over there
Yeah.
and get her off that car?
We're going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
What we do is we have a full comprehensive plan to get her to sell this car. We start with a raccoon overnight in the car. Now you're saying it might mess the car up. No. They know what they're doing. These
I
raccoons.
love that little car. It was fun
And
to
when
drive.
you ring the bell, don't forget to set the bag on fire.
We've got a story about a raccoon today, don't we?
We do?
Yeah, the Cadbury.
No, we already did that.
Did we?
We can do it again. It was important.
When was that? I missed it. Was I here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh, have you ever conceived a child in an automobile?
I've never conceived a child.
How do you
but,
know?
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Don't you have that that little mystery little boy in South Korea when you were a teacher there?
Right now there's a...
How old would that kid be?
Boy, like, let's see, 2006, 2007. So
wow.
whatever.
17.
He'd be driving.
17, 18.
He might be old enough to fly to the United States on his own.
Knock on the door.
If there's a knock at the door, they're
Daddy.
kicking your ass. Yeah.
A bushy eyebrow Korean kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be handsome.
Is there
I'm sure.
yeah.
there a specific accent that someone who
No.
was born and raised in Korea would have?
Nope.
Would
Of course.
Would it be discernible to you as a very specific?
Yes, I would.
Korean
if you're
accent.
asking if I would know.
If someone moved here from Korea and you heard them speak, would you know that?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
And I couldn't tell the difference between Japanese, Chinese, and Korean
Accents?
Yes.
And I know that, of course, in today's culture, for whatever reason, you can't discuss accents without someone getting upset because it's cancel culture. But accents are real.
They are, and there are.
You can tell
in
in the English language, you can usually distinguish an Australian accent from a South African accent
absolutely.
from an English accent, but God forbid you talk about it.
In fact, when I taught in Korea, I got paid more because I had an American accent. My British friends got got paid the least because they wanted their kids to have American accents. They didn't want
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So they paid based on. Actually, I think Irish got paid the least. It's how weird.
That goes without saying. I think anyone who knows anything about history knows why
crazy.
that's taking place.
That British got paid less than American. Didn't they invent the language?
Yeah.
That is so funny.
The argument can be made they're saying it properly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Can you teach a British accent?
Well, you just pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you
you,
just pick it up.
if you're,
When I lived in West
they don't
Virginia,
teach British kids to
I
talk
did-
with an accent. They just pick it up.
I lived almost 2 years, and I would come home and there's, what the hell are you talking like that for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
didn't
it.
Madonna affect a
Yes.
British
You
accent
do a
for a while?
certain. It does happen naturally,
I
but
pick it
she
up.
did seem affected. Yes.
No, my sister's lived in England forever, and she has very few affectations of the way she speaks.
No kidding.
Right, but I bet some of it sneaks in just naturally.
But usually it's words.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It'll be chat show instead of talk show and stuff like that. But yeah, and they say that. Look at someone like, say, Kissinger or Yoko Ono. You know, Kissinger's lived here forever, and when even to the last day, he had the very thick on this policy, and it's very hard to lose like, for example, Yoko Ono Japanese accent. She's lived here forever.
I don't find that objectionable. Why does it get stuck in your craw?
I'm not objecting. I'm saying it's the reality.
Well, I know.
I love it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I didn't say it
Accents.
wasn't fine. I'm just saying.
No, you didn't.
You kind of allude to the fact that why does he still have a German accent?
No, I'm not.
That doesn't sound like a
blaming him. I'm
positive
saying-
to me.
No, I'm
Look,
just
his xenophobia speaks for itself.
Yes, I
so.
think
But in
yes.
this
I mean,
case-
you know,
He never said he was.
And I think the thing we have to remember
Yeah.
before we go any further is Chinese, Japanese. Look at these.
All right.
okay. I'm sorry.
And-
I'm sorry. I'm the xenophobe.
And don't forget dirty knees.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All these are all very helpful. I think that's
Don't forget that today from
That's
the show.
fascinating that they paid more for the American accent.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
They wanted them to speak American.
It's kind of the opposite of the Oscars, where if you have an English accent, they give you an award, no matter how crappy the movie is or boring.
All of their speeches are so much better than ours.
Oh, of course.
The British speeches are just amazing. Come on, you can't deny that.
Yeah, sure, I can deny
classy.
it. Let's move forward here. We have Christy Lee at the news desk, and you all right over there?
Yeah, I got a something in my throat.
Okay, maybe you better go home.
Could be a pubic.
Did the Reds win
Might be
yesterday?
a pubic
did.
hair. Yeah, 8-2.
Oh, cool.
Coming up,
take-
did I mention
All right.
if
You
your
ever
name
take
is
a run?
if your name is Kyle, don't go anywhere. Also,
Kyle.
we have a stench in the news twice today. In one, and we have an odd hot dog story out of the UK
Hot dog.
that is really interesting. And then world clock news. How often do we get that? But right now, I'll tell you what, it's a good time to take those doggies for a walk. Pop in those Raycon earbuds.
Oh, no, we've got you covered. Raycons offer amazing audio quality at half the price of other premium audio brands. How about the tens of thousands of 5-star reviews for Raycons readily available on your internet? Raycons optimized gel tips are designed to fit every ear ever made. And like Tom said, maybe you're out walking the dog. Maybe you're on the phone while you're walking the dog. Maybe you're doing 3 or 4 things at once. You're picking up poo and walking the dog and talking on the phone. Your Raycons stay put with 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, seamless Bluetooth syncing, and you can enjoy features also like earbud tap functions. That's where you answer the phone just by tapping your earbud. Noise isolation and awareness mode. That's right. Raycons make you smarter. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time for the great deal. buyraycon.com/Tom.
Well, based on the policy, we're going to carpet bomb the whole country. Sorry. We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. Bag.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
You know, Chick, we may be wrong about the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Is that right?
We were in front of a live audience yesterday, and they were clamoring for one. Of course. And then even after it stunk the place up, they loved it, and they didn't care for our criticisms of it. I got the feeling. Did you get that feeling?
Is part of it they know how bad it's going to be, and they've embraced the awfulness of it, and that's what they're writing?
This is invalid criticism. Ace, I feel that I should step in here.
What I'm trying to say, Ace, is they loved it.
They loved
it,
and
they
Ace.
wanted it, yeah.
You mean like this?
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
A $5 bill walks into a bar. The bartender says, "You got to leave. It's singles night."
Yeah! I like that one.
I got a great one I've been saving for Reno.
Oh,
good. Well,
all right.
I've got a great one I'm saving for Reno.
Reno Collier, the comedian, he's going to be our in-studio guest today, along with Willie G, Brown County Playhouse tonight, and then Cincinnati's Redmore tomorrow night for some great live comedy. Speaking of great live shows, it's going to be Patty G, Willie G, yours truly, Christy Lee. This is the part's almost all rhyming. Josh E. and Oskay.
We have our fingers crossed for Pat.
And Jeff Oskay. That's going to be, thank you, Ace. That's going to be a week from tonight. In West Virginia, looking forward to this. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be doing the morning show from the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center and a special show that night. So get details on that from Ticketmaster. Now,
Pat has to be there. I don't know how to play the guitar.
Well, I don't know. Just be thankful. You can just play this as you come out.
Did we find out what movie this is from?
I don't think it's in a movie. I don't think it's ever been.
Toy Story 3.
This is the Gangster Lane?
Sliding into the incinerator.
I think it was in...
and you dispute my...
Primal Fear.
Here we go. Quiet.
Digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white wall.
TV antenna.
TV antenna in the back.
Boy, he really meant for us to be quiet. Look at him over there.
That's great.
What was your contention?
Play that more often. He was quiet.
I really like that. I'm just trying...
He's reading something.
No, I'm trying to find out what gangster... I contend that the gangster lean or gangsta lean...
Tom, it doesn't matter what you're doing right now. You're trying to go to the internet and have one of your wild theories validated. When are you going to learn that anybody can have any theory validated by going to the internet?
No, but I mean, there are certain definitive...
No, there's not. I can go... as soon as you find what you're making your point, I'll go and find making my point.
Well, do you want to describe the gangster lean?
Well, you're in the driver's seat, and I say you lean to the right and put your hand over the steering wheel.
Right, that's exactly right. The wrist is on the steering wheel, and your hand is dangling over the front of it.
Well, when you had in the 70s, when you had the panel seating, you also had a fold-down thing, and you're like leaning.
Yeah, you're leaning on the armrest. Yeah,
but your contention is they're leaning back so the door frame protects their head, right?
No, not at all. My contention is if someone's going to shoot you because you're living the gangster life, which is commonly that's how they go.
A good life, but a short life, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you.
Commonly, that's how they go.
You've got all the smoky glass so no one can see in, but if they come up to shoot you, they're going to shoot and it's going to miss you because your head's way over here. That's definitive.
Wait a minute. So we're saying the same thing.
Wouldn't that be a mafia lean?
It would also work in that context.
Okay.
Those are also gangsters, as opposed to gangsta.
Okay.
The mafia gangster.
So it would be a gangster.
Yeah,
now, the Diddy lean is you do the gangster lean, but you drive by a high school.
And then you drive as fast as you can to the
to your plane.
Private jet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You think he's dead?
P. Diddy?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think he offed himself somewhere?
He's absolutely fine.
Which one of his celebrity friends' house do you think he's at?
Bankman-Fried's house.
I think we're about.
Hey, it's vacant.
I think we're about time for the Kardashians to make an appearance in this.
Well,
I've had enough
little
already.
problem.
Now, we can move back to our sports thing while we discuss the gangster. Are you sure that wasn't in a movie? That's such a great song.
I'm not sure it wasn't in a movie.
Okay. And it wasn't in Shaft?
I don't know.
Okay, sorry.
Somebody out there will know.
Okay. What have you got over there?
I've got the shoe of the week tonight. Current record 6-6, 3-1 from last evening.
Nice.
I nailed it.
As usual, you're getting hotter as things move.
Don't let me get hot.
Now the final. You're already predicting the final game next weekend will be.
Was I?
UConn Purdue, isn't that your dream game?
Yes. To speed things along, I'm going to say yes. Tonight, I like Houston over Duke. What do you think of that? I like Marquette over North Carolina State. Give me Purdue over Gonzaga. Very nervous. And the Barrels over Tennessee tonight. That's right.
The Fighting Creighton Barrels.
The Creighton Barrels. They're going to be in action tonight.
Dear Bob and Tom.
That's the shoe-in of the week.
The name of the team.
Presented by OrangeInsoles.com. Feel better, do more with Orange Insoles in your shoes. Free shipping in the USA and OrangeInsoles.com. Remember, they go on your feet, not on your head, and they are orange. That's today's shoe-in of the week.
Well, thank you very much.
Enjoy the basketball action. Dear Chick, great pick on Clemson, Arizona.
Yeah.
You pick Clemson anytime you want. Pick them into the final game. I don't care what that jerk from Arizona says. Go Clemson Tigers.
Okay, no more name calling. Hey, speaking of Diddy, he is in the news. And have a little request for something that he co-stars in.
I need to.
Bob and Tom Motion Pictures presents a new psychological thriller. What happens when two people from very different worlds meet? Will they even understand each other? The Bob and Tom Show's very own Tom Griswold plays himself.
Hi, everybody.
Opposite hip-hop legend P. Diddy Combs.
Man, what's happening?
It's the mega blockbuster that says, look out, Tom Cruise, cause Tom Griswold is Vanilla Guy.
What is hip?
Yo.
What is hot?
Word.
Some guys know.
Come on.
Some do not.
Huh?
Especially Tommy G.
What?
He's
Huh? I'm lost.
My man.
It's P. Diddy and Tom Griswold together for the first time.
Howdy and greetings. I just want to say that it's a real honor to work with you, Sean.
Yo.
Right on, G. Seriously, Sean, I am a big fan.
Sean, you see any crusty ass white bitch named Connery around here, white boy? Because that's the only Sean I know.
I catch the drift of your correction, bro. Actually, I believe Sean Connery's Scottish. You can tell from his rolling R's and his tendency to break words down by syllables. But be that as it may, I'm hip to where you're coming from, blood. And I'd be delighted to refer to you by your famous gangsta moniker, Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy? What year do you think this is, fool? What the man? What I'm saying is the name Puff Daddy done went stale, man. Man, I got to be fresh, G. Now, you see what I'm saying? Now, I'm banging with P. Diddy, all right?
Right on, Mr. Diddy. I'm right there with you, homely.
Vanilla Guy. When it's all over, they know each other better than they know themselves.
Man, can we bust a rap?
Well, okie dokie. That'd be quite an honor. Right back at you, Mr. Diddy.
I party all night and I sleep all day.
I have a golden retriever and a 401k.
Don't with me, I'll bust a cap in your ass.
I pay an ethnic gentleman to cut my grass. You're one of the players.
You wanted the hunkies.
We have one thing in common.
We're both hung like donkeys. The donkeys. The donkeys.
He's vanilla. He's
my man.
vanilla.
That vanilla guy, he's a bad mother.
Oh, shut your mouth. Thank you very much.
The donkeys.
We're coming right back. We have more sporting news, of course, and many other delights, including odor in the news, astrophysics news, etc. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out, it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai-iced coffee-flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Hey, I'm Chick McGee. And hey, good Friday.
Doing my gangster lane over here.
Here's Tom Griswold.
It is Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to all who celebrate.
Yes. Or not so great Friday, or whatever you're celebrating.
Yes, I am.
Now, we have a lot of cool stuff coming up in the news. I'm very excited about this. We got robots in the news.
They better be robots.
Sperm whales. Yeah, these are robots. It's all about facial.
They better be.
They sound almost android-like.
Yeah. And
you know what Ace would like on his robot?
What?
Mouth. Oh.
Once again, that was our word of the day several days ago.
The old mouth.
And the word of the day a couple days ago, it never came up again.
Well, because it has to be
sprig and zest.
Right. I don't think. No, we can. First of all, we can't have two words of the day.
We certainly can't.
No, but
you can't be in charge of it because it's going to be a mess, and it'll never get done.
Now, describe the difference between, please, a sprig and a zest, Christy.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah, a sprig would be like a sprig of rosemary or a sprig of like you.
It has to have a stem.
Yes,
that's one of the definitions.
And a zest,
is that right? Yes,
it's where you peel off a little grating of the skin of an
I thought
orange
zest
or a
meant
lemon.
They have zesters.
Yeah, I have a zester.
It looks like a file.
Zest is just grinded rind.
Yeah.
Doesn't the word zest mean like kind of
verve?
Verve.
Yeah.
I have a
spice,
zest for
tang,
life.
energy.
I believe the French call it. I don't know what.
Isn't there a soap called Zest?
Yeah, Zestfully Clean.
It smells pretty good, actually.
You're not fully clean till you're zestfully clean.
Very good, Ace. That's exactly their logo.
I'll have to. Should I try
Back
some?
in the day.
It's
no, it's got fragrance.
It's pretty.
Well, he's been showering with some kind of fragrance.
No.
Man,
I found out what that was.
What was it?
Detergent.
I wondered.
I didn't know what it was. I walked in here. I walked in one day in the green room, and both Christy and Joshua. Hey, you smell so good. What is it?
Yeah, I'm not used to.
And I thought I'd been using Kelly's soap. I found out it's her new detergent.
I like it. It's good.
I took a picture of the bottle. I'll show you guys. I have no idea what it is.
Tell me if this is a Tom move. I think I'm going to call the hotel we stayed at in Cincinnati and to find out what soap they had. I can't remember the name of it.
That was good stuff.
That is my kind of move.
It was smell.
I don't like the hotels where they have the stuff on the wall and you can't take it down. Yeah. I don't like that. But
in this case, they kind of had that.
It was good soap,
and it was very good. And I got to find out what it is.
Kind of an apple scent? Did you?
Mine was
apple?
rum scent.
Here you go, Christy. It's called Glamorous Wash Diva.
And you used that.
No, I didn't use it. Someone was doing my laundry for me, and they used it. And that's
the thing about it has a manly-esque smell.
Usually, I do my own laundry, and I'm a Tide guy because my mom used Tide, and by God, I'm going to be carried out in a shroud that smells like Tide.
I thought you didn't let anybody do the laundry but you.
There was some stuff that was in a pile that got...
Oh, okay.
I always do my own laundry.
Chick, do you clean your clothes in Tide?
It's too cold to do it out, Tide.
Yay!
I thought you used no scent, at all.
I do. I do no scent everything. Yeah.
No scent Tide? They have that? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Tide Free.
I use laundry sauce. This is a thing, and it's the scent is sandalwood.
Oh, that's nice.
Do they do barbecue?
I don't think they do barbecue.
No?
That would be objectionable for your clothes to smell like barbecue.
They don't
do barbecue or ashtray.
Much like
or any
KC
of that.
Masterpiece doesn't do laundry detergent.
White Castle, great product. They're not going to detergent send
Didn't
it like
they do a White
Castle?
Castle? Isn't there a White Castle smelling candle?
Yeah,
it
sure,
must be. Yeah,
absolutely.
It better be nice.
That would be nice.
Now we have smells coming up twice in the news today. One of these is really interesting.
Do you have your dog come up? Do they ever do that to you? Come up and they'll go.
I mean, all the time.
Right in your face.
They can probably tell exactly.
If I've been
I bet
cheating on her.
yesterday your dog came at you and went, Cincinnati?
You know they do. Exactly. They're so smart.
My dog set a record this morning. One of them.
Oh, God.
Oh,
he was talking about this
go back
off the
to
air.
smells.
A two-bagger.
So massive.
Whoa, a two-bagger.
So massive.
Unbelievable.
This laundry detergent
buffet last
that
night?
you used.
I don't use it. I didn't use it. Someone else did it.
I had to look this up. Okay, these are the titles of the fragrances for Glamour Wash.
All right.
Diva.
Right, that's what he has.
And you guys both walked up to me and said, "Oh, you smell so good
No,
today."
I said you smell. I didn't.
I like it.
Yeah.
Diva, I believe, has a hint of the ocean.
Wait.
Okay.
Entitled.
Well, this is perfect for me.
High maintenance.
What the hell?
Excellent.
Icon.
Oh, that fits Tom.
These are all good.
And trophy. Those are the scents
Anyone
for
wanna take
Glamour
that?
Wash.
Shut up, Ace.
You've won many trophies in your life.
I have no business, I'll tell you that. I mean,
Man.
Smells good though, huh?
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I would really like. I wonder if this is any research on this. How many people use a certain product because their mom did,
I
drive
do
a certain?
that.
I drove. My parents drove General Motors products, and so
I used Tide and Bounce. My mom used Tide and Bounce. Her mom used Tide and Bounce.
Yeah, I use Tide. Well,
and I'm not trying to do a commercial here, but it's just
Yeah,
one of those things.
you're
And
right,
is
exactly.
it like I get Heinz ketchup because that's what mom got.
you know, my mom used Bounce. Well, she bounced my head off the wall. But other than that,
discussion about it was awful.
Yeah.
Ironically, you lost your sense of smell.
Yeah, for a
little
couple
bit.
of weeks. Yeah, and so naturally, consequently, I don't use anything my mom used.
Ace, did your mom use a specific detergent?
She was tied. And
She was a
tied too.
Did your mother smoke?
No.
You did not? Okay, very good, very good.
I see your mother. You sure she didn't smoke those little brown cigarettes that look like teeny tiny cigars?
I always liked those.
I think they're called Moore cigarettes. Or
Oh,
something like that.
yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
clove
Yeah,
cigarettes.
those are handy because you get more chemo when the cancer gets to you.
Now, how do you
That's how
know
you're
that
forgetting smoking
Ace's
is
mother
cool.
didn't pass away from some sort of horrible disease?
It wasn't my fault.
Wasn't my fault.
Sorry, Ace.
Wow.
Christy, did your mom smoke?
Yes.
What brand?
Territon. We talked about
Oh,
this.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I'd rather fight than switch.
That's the famous advertising campaign where the woman had the black eye.
Yeah.
You know,
we'd like to bring domestic violence and cancer to you together.
You brought domestic violence into that ad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, really?
She
Yes.
was fighting another woman. That's
So that's okay?
it's hot.
The last thing Christy,
It's
one
encouraged.
of the last things I can remember Christy's mom said to me was, "You want to go get me an ashtray, honey?" Yeah,
Oh, she hasn't smoked.
very
She
nice.
didn't smoke for a long time, but
very nice. Yeah,
yeah.
she was fun.
Sweet.
Both my parents smoked, and then
Yeah.
my mom quit, and then a couple years later, my dad quit. And then they got divorced.
That's why.
You know what? I just put that together.
Yeah, you see why? What do you mean I can't have a cigarette?
My dad smoked
What
up until the day he
brand? What
died.
brand did you? I know your dad smoked Marlboro Softback.
Yeah, Marlboro Red Softback.
What did your mom smoke? Do you remember?
She was
Virginia Slims.
No, it was Marlboro, but was there like a brown or gold kind of colored?
It doesn't matter because she could have smoked anything she wanted. She's rich. She could get a carton.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, actually, now she's married to a man named Rich.
Oh.
Hey, by the way, my mom and Rich are staying with me next month for a couple days.
What?
What?
It's your house?
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you?
I can't wait.
Do you have the guest room all cleaned up?
Yeah.
Tell me she's allergic to cats or something.
No,
crazy.
she loves cats, so yeah, she'll be excited.
Don't they live in a camper or something?
They have a house, but they were like going places and living in a camper for a while, but they're selling that. It's too much for them, they said.
The camper's too much.
Yeah.
Well,
What do you mean?
They don't know where they
They're
want
in
to
their
settle.
70s, and they're like, you know what? We can't really drive.
So you're going to buy it from him, right?
They have asked if I wanted to. And
Josh, I am totally serious.
I can't.
Listen to me.
Yes.
Halvesies.
Oh, God.
We will share it. Anybody else want to get
I'm in
on
for a
this?
couple $100 if I can name it.
That's
You
a great
see
idea.
the two of them and a
No, we're not going to use it at the same time.
I
We're
see.
buying halvesies.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So it's like a timeshare.
What would we name it?
It's a fifth wheel, so you're going to have to...
Oh, you have to buy a truck.
Buy a truck.
No, whatever that thing is.
The
I
truck
drive
might be
it.
part of the package deal, though.
I'll buy the truck. That'd be fine. Yes, yes.
I see.
I want to be an RV guy, Tom.
Yeah.
I could check in the mornings from the road, out on the road with Chick.
Like Charles Carroll.
Modern day Charles Carroll.
Get a
I could have like 6 or 7 families.
Yeah, get a family somewhere that doesn't know you got another family. Good for you.
Yes, sir.
Coming up in sports.
Coming up in sports, NCAA tournament. I hate to spell around you. The ladies get back at it tonight, and we're going to visit the city of Kyle, Texas.
And if your name is Kyle, be prepared. It's time to take a trip to Texas.
Pack your bags.
Yeah, have some fun. Also, a big update from Puxatawney Phil.
What?
Typically not in the news this time of year.
Did he get braces?
Well, you're going to wait till you find out what happened to Phil.
The idea of a groundhog with braces is very good.
How about a beaver with braces?
Yeah, well, exactly. Yes, it's very funny.
Beaver. You think that's how that started? Beavers with teeth, vagina dente.
Oh, vagina dente.
Those beavers had teeth.
No.
You know, beavers, if they don't chew on wood, the teeth keep growing.
That does file them down.
Yes.
Yes.
They keep growing longer and longer. That's why they have to chew wood all the time.
So they look like Barlow and Salem's Lot. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
The teeth could reach their feet.
Right now, what do you got going on over there? What is it?
Well, you know what I don't have going on? A lot of back pain, hip pain, or knee pain, and that's because my foundation is very steady and well supported by Orange Insoles. That's right. Yours can be too. Go to orangeinsoles.com. Especially if you work on your feet all day. You're just putting stress on your body. What kind of support is currently in your shoes? That's what I want to know. Is it that thin, lame, no support given liner that came
Piece of
with the
baloney?
shoes? Yeah, exactly. Just nothing in there. Go to orangeinsoles.com and put something substantial in there. They offer arch support and a deep cup to properly support your heel, your feet, and therefore your entire body, helping to alleviate that pain and discomfort. They're great for all kinds of footwear, work boots, sneakers, dress shoes, high heels, golf shoes, you name it.
Sandals.
Well, yes, but
You'd have to glue them on. So we've decided, okay, if you're wearing sandals, maybe Orange Insoles aren't for you.
Well, we've decided if you're going to glue them to the sandals, not to your feet.
Yes, that's what we decided.
Oh, no
You're right.
wonder I had it wrong.
Yes.
Now, that piece of bologna thing, did you realize that when they first developed Orange Insoles, they made them out of hard salami, and they were very effective but smelly. And then someone said, I have an idea. How about using contemporary materials that science has developed?
And they said, well, that won't be as delicious, but okay, we'll try it. And voila.
That's what you get.
Head to orangeinsoles.com. You can learn about that origin story. You can also find out about their free shipping. Plus, Orange Insoles come with a 60-day We Want You to Be Happy guarantee, and there's no cutting required. These insoles are true to size. There's also a cool quiz you can fill out and find out exactly what insole is right for you. That's orangeinsoles.com. Check them out. I think you might find that when you have them, you can feel better, do more.
Thank you very much. Congrats to the Reds, by the way, for winning yesterday. And also, I didn't get a chance to say thanks to everybody at Nation Kitchen and Bar at the BetMGM Sportsbook at the Banks. Thank you so much for helping us out.
They took great care of us. Yeah, it was
It's
a wonderful
and what a
facility.
cool spot.
Absolutely.
If you're going to a game, you've got to check that out.
Yeah, right across the street.
Yeah, and it's right. It's right there.
Right there.
Great time.
And thanks again, of course, to everybody from 92.5 The Fox in Cincinnati.
Wonderful people.
Coming right back, we got turkeys, we've got sperm whales, we've got ostriches, we've got genitalia. It's all in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Xyzal is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Xyzal keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all, take Xyzal. At night.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It is Good Friday. Isn't there some kind of incantation you're supposed to say on Good Friday? Like, over the lips and through the gums?
How about ignoring it?
Look out.
Some nice services out there.
Look out, stomach, here it
For those
comes.
who celebrate, Happy Good Friday.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you really should nail down some plans.
See, this is you know what? I'll do the rest of the intros.
What's going on?
I always watch Jesus Christ Superstar on Good Friday.
Now you made him cross.
Oh,
now you're doing it?
I thought if I can't beat him, join him.
Well, you can join him in hell.
It's Jesus Christ Superstar that we saw Sebastian
Yes,
Bach.
yes.
No, you got to watch the original movie with Ted Neely.
I just remember leaning over to someone and saying, wow, I wish they could get to the crucifixion before the intermission. I've got to get out of here.
Ain't that the
What's
truth?
the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
That's a fun
come
one.
on.
You don't like that?
Fun movie?
Boo! Just simply boo. Critics say boo.
I like the phrase, tell me what's happening.
Sure.
Yeah, that's how it went down.
I know.
Wouldn't that be interesting? I wonder what actually happened.
Read. There's a. You know what? There's a book about it.
Yeah. You know what we have now is we have another topic.
That's
what we have next.
Takes a leap. Wealthy Californians, chick said, in a neighborhood on the outskirts of Beverly Hills.
Oh, little Weezer?
There you go. Are reportedly enraged after a $5 million home was invaded by squatters and became a source of rowdy parties, Tom. Beverly Grove is home to the elite of the elite, the creme de la creme.
Tom, doesn't Beverly Grove sound like the head of an HOA somewhere?
I'm Beverly Grove.
I'm Beverly Grove. You know, your trash can's been out, and the pickup was 2 days ago.
Hey, Beverly.
I don't have an HOA today. It was the best day of my life. But I used to have an HOA, and they would, excuse me, but your garage door was open last night after 7:30. We're going to get a hold of that. And it was quite a while ago.
I used to live in a neighborhood where you weren't allowed to have cars in your driveway.
Oh, jeez.
But the lottery winners across the street had...
Well, how
12
are you
cars in their driveway.
Supposed to get home if you can't put a car in your driveway?
What if you have more than 2 cars?
Yeah, you got to move.
Yeah.
Beverly Grove is the home to Jennifer Lopez and why does this have to do with sports, chick? LeBron James lives there. Entrepreneurs, hedge fund investors, heiresses, studio executives. Well, evidently,
I'm an heiress.
So what's the problem? I'm confused.
Squatters invaded in October, and locals started complaining about the squatters throwing wild parties with orgies and cocaine. The neighbors are getting fed up, including LeBron James. That's from the New York magazine Curbed.
Why? Because they haven't officially invited him?
I don't know.
Orgies and cocaine?
One of the neighbors got in touch with LeBron James's house manager.
Nice.
Why don't you have a house manager? Or do you?
No, it's me.
It's you.
I'm the
you
chief.
really think you're the house manager?
No, but I take orders.
A house manager.
They were told LeBron was very concerned about what was going on. A tech entrepreneur, Rick Rankin, who lived nearby, said, I wasn't born yesterday. They're jittery. Their eyes are spinning. They're clearly on cocaine and having orgies over there.
Oh.
This neighborhood's going to hell, Tom.
Squatters' rights is a weird thing, isn't it?
Are we out of bullets? Hey, you're not paying the rent? Boom.
There's like a whole
Go
weird
squat in
thing
a
going.
graveyard, you bum.
You know, I was a little nervous doing this before the story.
No, I had this thing about, well, I'm not going to pay rent. I'm going to squat. Really? No, you're going to get a bullet in your ass.
Yeah,
okay?
I don't get it. I don't know.
But they do have different, interesting, seems to me, odd squatters' rights.
Yes, there are these
rules.
weird laws. I don't know
In
if they're the
California.
same everywhere or different.
No,
everywhere.
they're ridiculous.
It's
Wasn't
weird.
there a movie?
They're really scary, actually.
Michael Keaton and what's her face and Pacific Heights or something.
That's a good flick.
Yeah, he moved in upstairs and they couldn't get rid of him.
Matthew Modine and
Yeah, Matthew
Melanie
Modine.
Griffith.
Yeah.
I know how to get rid of them.
But that's the whole thing. There's like some weird, like
Yeah.
you could go to jail.
Not if I set the house on fire.
Michael Keaton starts taking the apartment apart. Remember that? He took the floorboards up. It was nuts, man.
No, sorry.
No.
And it's time for Stupid World Record. And guess what this world record is? That's right, not a world record yet.
All right.
So this is a good one.
This could be a good attempt. Is that?
No.
Oh,
the city of Kyle in Texas, it says.
KYLE, Kyle, Texas.
Is once again trying to break the Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people with the same name.
Now, the name, of course, is
Kyle.
Yeah.
When the city,
if I were in Texas, I would have chosen a different name. I think we could have won this, but
you mean like Tex or something?
No.
When the city attempted the record last year, it fell 835 Kyles short of beating the current record of 2,325 people. The current record was set by people named Ivan.
So they're okay. So they're looking for more of these.
It was set in 2017 in Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Would you say they're going to go out and seek Kyles?
And I thought I was on the edge of an offensive joke, but no, that's even worse. That's great.
That's
Seek Kyles.
KVUE, which you can see from anywhere, reports that the city of Kyle is now calling on all Kyles.
Calling all Kyles.
Seeking high Kyles. What did you say? You say it better. Go.
Are they going to go out and seek Kyles?
Yes. To help participate in another attempt that will again be held at the Kyle Fair.
Oh.
A Textravaganza on May 18th.
Oh, I like Textravaganza.
Kyles who participate will receive a free Kyle Fair T-shirt while supplies last.
Okay.
To qualify, participants must, of course, be named Kyle, spelled K-Y-L-E, not K-I-L-E or any other alternative spelling. Variations will not be accepted, and middle names, last names, and nicknames do not count.
Do you think Kyle Chandler will go?
Oh, I love the Kyle Chandler.
Yeah.
Isn't that a great idea? That's fun.
No.
Kind of silly.
Well, that's the whole point. It's just fun. They're having what is it called? A
Textravaganza.
Textravaganza.
Like
How cool is that?
I can't believe we haven't done that. We should have try a Tom, and we could have a Tom Fair.
There aren't as many Toms though as there used to be.
No, but we could have like a ski booth and a kiosk.
Yes,
and a Range Rover dealership could come out, and the Golden Retriever puppies free to go home.
Are we going to check
eggs and
incomes
toast
before we allow
And
them to
eggs
go?
and toast and
bologna.
Oh yeah, boogities or
And
whatever
you-
they
Not
are.
boogity. Bookity. There's a K in there.
I'm sure that saves it.
Oh yeah.
Kyle. You know that Kyle was Hitler's middle name?
Oh God.
Adolf Kyle Hitler?
I don't think that's true.
Oh, maybe I read it wrong.
But this would be a Tom Fair with you, Tom. It would be great. You could teach people how to be condescending and pretentious.
You could teach us how to fence.
Yes!
There we go.
Live fencers.
Skiing, fencing, sailing. Oh, it'd be perfect.
On guard.
Okay. Now, well, that's fun. I hope the Kyles get it. That's a tough call though, and I think this would be a lot easier to do with other names.
Do you think the name's slowing them down? Although arguably the standing record is Ivan's in Bosnia-Herzegovina, so
that's got to be all the Ivans.
Yeah, everybody there's named Ivan.
You know in that movie with the submarines, Crazy Ivans, they just made that up.
What?
Is Das Boot?
No,
Which
no,
one is it?
With
Roll Tide, Crimson Tide.
What are
yeah,
you
that
talking
one.
about?
Yeah.
Crimson Tide with Denzel and
Gene Hackman?
No,
or
the other.
Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for Red October. Remember the Crazy Ivans?
I don't remember.
The submarines are doing all the.
Oh no!
I was so disappointed that wasn't a real thing.
You mean the part? Is that the part that Tarantino wrote?
That's Crimson Tide. Yeah,
That's Crimson Tide. Okay.
I don't remember anything of Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, me either. It was a missable movie.
I remember being bored.
Oh, it was a great.
But I was like,
you didn't love that.
I was like
movie.
10 and bored.
Watch it again.
I bet I'd like it again.
It's really cool.
Zero.
But Crazy Ivans were fake.
Remember there being a lack of action in that.
Yeah.
There's a lack of interest in this conversation.
Okay, I'm so sorry. What is the most common name in America right now? I think it's Michael. Frankly.
I'm gonna go.
Michael.
The most common name?
Yeah.
Brent.
Male name.
I'm going Roe.
In America.
Brett, yeah.
Because they're going with Kyle.
Joe?
And that'll be rapidly changing as the ethnic composition of this country changes.
Well, look where we are. In Carefulville.
Yes.
No, it's a fact.
Yes, I don't see any reason to draw attention to
I mean,
it.
what do they think it'll be?
I'll do a little homework and find out.
Huh. Well, yeah, whatever.
Now, Ivan. Now, do you know what the most common name in the world is?
Muhammad.
Very good, chick. Very good.
I learned that from Superbad.
Followed by a name I've never heard. Nushi.
Nushi,
yeah.
Nushi.
Huh.
It's like our Henry.
Nushi?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful name. I've never heard that.
Is it?
I assume it's Nushi, not Nushi.
It's Nushi.
Could
Is
it be
Nushi Middle Eastern or is it Asian or what is it?
Bronx.
Bronx.
There are a lot of people. Nushis.
Wow.
A lot of Nushis from the Bronx.
Thank you for teaching me.
You're welcome.
Second, Maria.
Oh, I just met a girl named.
Oh, really?
Really? You just met a girl named Maria?
And suddenly I see.
You can't find what is the most common name. The most popular male name is Liam, but we know that's not the most common.
That means that we're named that last year.
Right, and I can't find...
I have a very particular set of skills.
It's got to be John, right?
Or Michael, or
Joe, or...
Yeah.
Or
Juan.
Tim.
Yeah, Ephraim.
James. I think
Zia.
it's James.
Juan.
Well, could be.
I think it's James.
James,
John, Robert, Michael, William are the top 5.
Ah,
according to
that
this.
all makes sense.
Okay.
For now.
Well, is that sports?
He's really scared.
James is a freedom. Right. That's Huffamoose. Oh. That's sports. A little hustle for you, Tom. And then, where is she? Hit it.
Check the game. This is what you farted for.
Be a good sport. Evidently, Christy, go Boilers.
Yeah, go Boilers.
You're all boilered up there.
Boilered up. My favorite lucky shirt and
There you
shoes,
go.
hopefully.
I know I can smell it. You've been wearing it for a while. Yeah.
Hi, Wash. I'm like Tom, though. I don't like any laundry scent. I don't like scent in my laundry detergent.
And I've got to send you that article on why you should never use dryer
I
sheets.
read that article, and I don't care what they say.
It's like pouring Wesson oil on your clothes.
It's not. And I use the free one, so it's not as sticky as the
It's
others.
putting oil on your clothes.
Article or some sniveling editorial. That's probably what it
I can find another article that says it's just fine.
I
to
just use those
them.
dryer balls.
Pure poison is what it is. Yeah. Dryer balls. What do you?
Yeah, I tried that.
They're
You know
like
what it does?
they're like tennis
Nothing.
balls, but you throw them in a.
All it does is make a racket.
Yes,
What?
and it does nothing.
Does it soften the clothes?
No,
It keeps them separated.
it doesn't
Keep
take out
'em separated.
static cling. and-
Offspring for that ass.
What? But what does it do to the clothes other than make a racket in your dryer?
That's
Sounds like you're drying a steel toe boot.
It doesn't do. Trust me.
Why don't you try
I listen
Downy?
to his
And then
crazy
when you open up the dryer, the dogs come running over and go, "Look what I got! Give me that!"
Man, they do love balls, don't they?
These are they're like slightly larger than a tennis ball, but they're white
They're
and
like
puffy.
toys.
Oh,
They like
the
licking
dogs,
their
the
own.
dogs love them.
Yeah.
We have cool dog news coming up, by the way. New study about the brains of dogs.
Can
Fascinating.
we
Do it right now.
please get a dog for our show?
I'll bring in Maisie on Monday.
Isn't Maisie the one that's terrified of everything?
Yeah, but she'll be fine.
You promise?
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she'll be okay. She'll sit right.
be
She'll sit right.
Pissing all over the
She's
place.
the one that broke the single record for.
Boy.
Well, I got to meet her now and congratulate
The
her.
massive dog.
Yeah, the football-sized defecant festival.
A new
As
study.
Dennis Miller would say, the silhouette altering.
Yes. It was if those that have poop bags, it was a 2-bagger.
I'd bring Monkey in, but she'd be out in this pond out here we got near the road. If
she'd
there's
love-
a body of water, she knows where it is. She'll
Okay.
go get in. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A new study reveals dogs can understand commands better than previously thought.
Yeah, they can. They just choose to be irritating and difficult.
Aloof.
For the study, dogs were fitted with electrodes to measure brain activity and register brain waves.
I'd like to see a picture of that.
I kind of would too. I bet just a dog sitting there with these things.
The dogs were then played an audio clip in which their owner said the name of their dog's toy.
All right, now, as soon as we hear the name of the toy, raise your left paw. And
Researchers found a different brain pattern when the dogs were shown an object that matched the word compared to when it didn't, suggesting the animals conjured a mental image of the object based on hearing the word for it.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, the findings support that the idea that dogs
Oh,
possess
amazing.
a relationship with language called referential understanding,
Oh.
and that it may be an innate capability for some dogs, and there are others that just look at you and go, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'll look at one of the dogs and I'll go, "Where's Monkey? Where's Monkey?" And they lose their minds, whoever I'm talking to. They'll go find who I'm talking about. It's amazing.
Your other dog is named Monkey. Okay, very
I have my dog, my older dog Leo, has a ball that he carries around all the time. It's
And do
his
you just call it ball?
favorite toy, ball.
Yeah.
And I will go, "Where's your ball?" And he's like, he'll find it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
no matter where
yeah.
it is, he's very
How
smart.
about his
The other
balls?
one,
Does he have balls? Does he have
doesn't
both
have
balls?
his balls anymore. He can't find them.
You didn't get the nudicles when you.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Service to the breed.
Coming up, we have more animal news. We have ostriches in the news, turkeys in the news. A very interesting story about copyrights and genitalia.
Whoa.
I'd like to get my genitalia patented.
Would you?
What about you?
Well, the patent's different than a copyright.
I'd like to get a bow. I'll do
Or,
both.
well, yours are kind of a trademark because you've got that parfait thing going.
Thank you for remembering that and mentioning it.
Ooh.
You know that story,
appreciate
Josh?
it.
I don't know that. It doesn't sound like Chick would like to revisit
One of the worst ideas we've ever had.
I hired a police artist to draw his
If not the worst
that's right.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes, it's.
What happened to that sketch? Do you have that at home framed on a wall?
I burned it. I'm sure.
Maybe
I
hanging
did.
from my ceiling.
Oh.
Wake up and see it.
Looming, multicolored. When we come back,
It was
we'll
frightening.
revisit all
real.
these things. Also, egg shortage. Where is it? We're going to tell you. And we've got conjoined twins in the news.
Where are they conjoined? Can you tell us that?
They have two
Yeah, they're
heads.
famous. This is the famous ones that were on Oprah, and they have their own
the ladies.
TLC show.
At the heads?
Yeah, kind
Kind
of
of.
share.
Yeah, it's
pretty
a
much.
very interesting news story.
You know, it's tough buying furniture when you're conjoined. You got to almost have to get like
Love seats.
2 love seats back to back.
Thanks.
You
I
have to.
knew he'd be helpful. He got mad at me for saying Siamese twins, but yet here he is. When we come back, we'll try to sort it out.
Hat shop.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I don't want to turn them on.
That was a conundrum, you see.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. How can you have a radio show, a talk show, a chat show, and we don't talk? Well, we're going to find out.
We're good. We're good. Just had some cool dog news. Got other cool animals in the news today. Got another bonus Ace Cosby joke of the day on the way.
Hooray!
By popular demand. But right now, we look across the room. I know we're going to have a guest in a few minutes. Reno Collier, comedian, will be joining us. Yeah. I should point out that Reno and Willie G are doing a couple of shows this weekend. Tonight, they are at the Brown County Playhouse. Tomorrow, Cincinnati, Ohio, the Redmore, for some great live stand-up comedy. Speaking of which, a week from tonight, we will be in West Virginia. Really looking forward to this. We're going to be doing a special live show from there next week, Friday morning. But Friday evening, it's going to be Patty G, Willie G, let's see, Christy Lee. How can I keep this rhyming? Little Josh E.
Josh,
there we go.
Please,
and
get
Jeff
it over
Jeff
with.
Oskay. And it'll all rhyme. And Christy and I will be your host. Ticketmaster.com for information about that show at the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center coming up now. Let's get back to Christy at the news desk. Have we missed anything?
Here's a bizarre story. A British comedian has been ordered to remove an image of a hot dog from his promotional poster due to a ban on junk food advertising. The poster for Ed Gamble's upcoming show, Hot Diggity Dog, showed the comedian covered in condiments with a hot dog on the plate in front of him.
Man, he sounds funny. I want to know more.
No, I love this. This is...
Officials ordered him to change the posters put up on a London subway station because...
Hack.
The hot dog violated the transit network's ban on junk food advertising.
See, that's the problem. Why does is Michelle Obama now over there running the? You can't advertise food.
He has since replaced the wiener with a cucumber.
How do you feel about replacing the wiener, Josh?
I think it can be fun.
Gamble, who is a diabetic, joked the new posters promote something way more harmful.
But he's not promoting hot dogs. That's just a joke. No one can take a joke anymore.
The idea that cucumbers pair well with ketchup and mustard is his point.
They're making him take down the.
That's very silly.
That's right.
And it's because it's a hot dog,
Right?
And ironically, now he's in a pickle. I think this is this is terrible. This is canceling
Sometimes
at the
it's
worst.
not a matter of a sense of humor. It's sometimes language can be hurtful.
It's a hot dog.
I'm just saying. And you're not open to any sort of conversation in this area.
No,
You
I'm
think
not
it's
open
down
to. I'm not open to the authorities
sense
telling
of humor.
the authorities telling people what they can and can't put
Especially
in the poster.
in a tube station.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't you argue that riding the tube instead of walking to where you should be going is anti?
Yeah, exactly.
I, for one,
And
am
who
glad
says hot dog is junk food anyway?
they've got
Yes.
cameras
Yeah.
everywhere keeping an eye on me. That's what I know. By gosh.
In London, they call them CCTV.
You know, and you never know where I'm going to be have a
You missed it.
problem. Huh?
You missed it.
Ace is correcting you.
In London, they call them CCTV.
Yeah, they do in China too, in Japan, and everywhere.
Even here, they'll say.
Even here, they'll call it
Closed
CCTV.
circuit.
But nice,
Closed circuit.
nice
Closed
try.
circuit.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't this bother you that they won't let them? They're
No,
telling
you know
them what
what
they can
bothers
advertise.
me? You bother me.
Okay,
That's
that's
what
fine.
bothers me.
Okay, we go enjoy some freedom fries and.
I'd like to see this guy's show, Hot Diggity Dog.
Yeah, that sounds. Me too. This guy's. I just don't believe in censoring.
Let's all go see Hot Diggity Dog.
I don't believe in censoring comedians.
Well, of course not.
Well, that's what they're doing.
I know. But that's
What's
that's
next?
What happens
They're going to
now.
listen to his act and say, "Oh, you can't use that word." That's what's happening all over the place.
Let's just enjoy comedy while it's still legal.
These people that are totally humorless are telling people that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's real silly.
Good luck with your show, sir. I'm sure it's very funny. I'm sorry your poster didn't cut the mustard.
And now Tom Griswold angers America.
Okay.
Italian officials are fighting to protect the dignity of the penis
It's
Hey, we like the wiener.
It's Italian.
on Michelangelo's famous statue, David. Curators at the Galleria dell'Accademia are concerned about the growing number of souvenirs sold around Florence that focus on David's genitalia.
You know, Ace, here they call it Dave instead of David. Okay.
No, wait, hang on. Now you're missing the thrust of this argument here.
At her request, the state's attorney office has launched a series of court cases invoking Italy's landmark cultural heritage code, which protects artistic treasures from disparaging and unauthorized commercial use.
Huh?
Yeah, what they're doing is
other
people
words-
are taking close-up shots of David's penis and putting them on magnets and T-shirts, and they're not happy with
And
it.
they have a different copyright rules.
Italy's culture code is unusual in its scope.
Oh, this has to be
Essentially,
so boring.
extending in perpetuity the author's copyright to the museum or institution that owns it.
That's why they have a court reporter. So they copy everything because everyone falls asleep while they're making the argument. And they can go back and read it.
So you can't just start making statues of David and selling them.
Of course
Correct.
not.
Why not?
Well,
Because
it's a copyright.
Because the copyright
Well,
is...
in America, that would have already fallen into public domain.
Well, it doesn't happen
and
because it's
what's
in
happening,
perpetuity
Josh?
forever.
None of this is interesting. And you
Josh-
know it. That's what's upsetting.
No, it's fascinating because, Josh, you would enjoy this part because it's so juvenile.
Yes.
They are making statues of David where he's extraordinarily well hung.
Oh.
Because if you've seen David,
He's in the
certainly
little,
he's
in the frightened pose.
He's certainly fit, but he should be holding a poster saying, "I'm a grower, not a shower."
Sure.
So they're giving David a Goliath.
Yeah, precisely.
Oh, and well, let's listen to Pat and the Greek statue penis.
Oh, I love
Pat?
that song.
Oh, that's right. He's
In other words,
passing away.
they're turning David into Tommy Lee, giving him the
mayhem.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't think that copyright thing is interesting?
Oh no.
God, no.
Hey, sorry.
Well, you're not going to like
Probably
this either.
too adult for you. I'm
That's exactly
sure
right.
you'd prefer David and OnlyFans.
I want to talk about your dog crapping
No,
again.
we
That's
don't.
what I want to talk about.
Two-bagger.
Yeah, giant. How much do you think it weighed?
I'm just saying it was.
10 pounds?
I couldn't get it in one.
Filled one bag, and when I need to, I
No, but
need
because
another.
you have the bag, you put the bag over your hand and you go down and never
Sure.
mind.
I've had trouble. Have you ever had trouble getting the lid shut on your toilet?
No.
There's so much.
Come on, you guys.
Sorry.
I mean, that's...
You ever pull out the only bag you have in your hand goes through it?
Have you ever used?
That's a party.
You've gotten caught, and you have to use something other than toilet paper.
No.
Spatula.
What would you go for? with the slots in it.
Yeah.
You haven't gone back. I've done that. I've left because the bag broke, taken the dogs home, come back and cleaned it up.
Oh, that sounds like something
Lincoln
would do.
I'm afraid the neighbor's going to see me ditching it.
No, because you're going to come back and clean it right up.
I carry multiple bags at all times.
Of course you do.
Don't you have those little bone-shaped rubber deals that hold the bags?
I have one of those, yeah.
You need someone like a
In
cat.
fact, to prove my point, look at
need-
this right there in my...
Well, you didn't have to bring a full one in.
You need somebody... Think about get like a caddy that goes with you when you walk the dogs, and he could give you conversation.
Benjamin, we appear to have a defecation incident.
Goodness, that
a jock,
is
a looper.
That's a good boy.
Yes.
That's why he doesn't have a dog walker back in his guest house.
I don't have a dog walker. I don't have a guest house.
You don't have a guest house?
No. Could we move on, please?
If you get a guest house, can I live there?
Of course not.
Well, fair enough.
You have a guest house. You know what happens, don't you?
You're not banging in the guest house?
Yeah, bad things. Like
No. Your kids move back in.
Oh.
So what you did was buy other houses.
That way they're
That's pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you don't have a room they can come back to?
Yes.
You don't want to stay at Tom's guest house and at 2 a.m. be woken up with, chick, you have to hear about Italy's trademark policy.
This is going to be fascinating.
Well, I'm sure it's a little more. It takes place in a sphere you wouldn't understand. High art.
High art.
He is right. I kind of don't understand.
I mean, if it were about OnlyFans, you'd be.
High art doesn't make any sense to me. Have you ever seen a picture of dogs playing poker? It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I do love that.
It looks like dogs playing poker.
That's been around. I didn't realize that. Painting has been around for a long time.
Yes,
I thought it was like a Mad Magazine 50s thing. It's from 1900.
How's it not museum quality?
My dad had 4 of them, and I thought for the longest time that's all there were, with 4 different ones. But I guess there
I've
are
got 5 prints.
Yeah,
of the dogs playing poker.
Ace has 5 prints. I got to get a look at those. There's 32 different ones.
But now, are these the originals or are these knockoffs?
Oh, I think they are the originals.
Whoa!
Man.
Could you get different breeds if you wanted?
They have to have some sort of service where you could put your dog in.
Oh,
dog
yeah.
play.
That
They
would be
must.
awesome.
If not, $1 million idea.
That's a great idea.
Looking that up.
Yeah.
Well, when we come back, we have something that will interest Josh.
What
It's
about
got
me?
sperm in it.
Can we do a video
It's
where
got sperm in it?
where we're all dogs? Like different breeds of dog. We'll have people vote on what breed of dog we are, and then we'll get them in here sitting in our chairs.
Well, that's obvious.
Oh, I'm an Afghan hound for sure.
Christy's an Afghan.
Huh?
Chick and I are both golden retrievers.
No, I want to be like a Mastiff or something.
Really?
Or like maybe a
Ace,
Saint
what kind of dog
Bernard.
would you be?
Doberman.
A Doberman?
Oh, that's
Horse. Josh, anyone want to take this?
I see.
I can get you a custom pet dog playing poker print today.
Yeah.
All right.
do it.
What kind of dog would you want to be, Josh?
I don't know what I am.
Like a
honestly.
Chihuahua?
No, I don't think.
I think you're a Saint Bernard.
Oh,
That's very good.
I took Saint Bernard. Didn't I say that?
I don't
No.
know. Did you?
I dare.
You'd be a good Saint Bernard.
I would be.
You'd be a cute Saint Bernard. Or a Bernese Mountain Dog.
Arrow.
Yes.
A Bernie, yeah, but they don't live
Yeah.
very long.
Either will
Neither do Saint Bernards.
Maybe go with the Newfoundlands. They live
Oh,
longer.
Newfies are sweet.
There you go. When we come back, I will have human skin in the news.
Oh, good.
Separated from the living being.
And we're going to have Jess Hooker cook some up for us.
Oh, no,
Okay,
we're not.
this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024. Ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
With Window Nation.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
You're going to live there.
Josh Arnold. Yeah. Why would you buy a house and not live there?
Well, people do it.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
He's over there at the sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest in the studio.
We got a guest named Reno. He's sitting over there. He's got glasses and a full head of hair.
Hey.
His wife calls him Reno. Only
I
when
thought
he's
she called you. I thought she called you Boner. Didn't she call you Boner?
Not so much.
Yeah.
She tried. That was my little kid when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm. Was that your? And you went to military school. Was that your nickname there too?
Not there. It was Giggle SH word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't stop laughing. Like, people would be in my face. I was like 14, and there's somebody 16, like, you shut your mouth. And I'm like, I just couldn't.
Oh, you're that guy.
I couldn't
Let the beatings begin.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing.
Reno Collier is going to be at the Brown County Playhouse, Nashville, Indiana, tonight with Willie G. And then tomorrow at the Redmore Event House in Cincinnati. Tickets at theredmore.com, and Redmore is REDMOOR.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
That'll be cool. Some good live stuff. Speaking of live shows,
I blame Tom for this because I went to Redmore, REDMORE.
Okay.
So you better spell it each and every time so I get to the right place.
Yes, DICK. I'll make an effort to do that.
Are you trying to tell me something?
We're going to be doing our show next Friday, live on the radio, starting at 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center with a special live show that night featuring Patty G, Willie G, Joshy, Christy.
You got to stop this.
And Oskay.
It sounds like an AA meeting. Willie G. You can't say the last name.
Yeah.
Just say Patty G, which is that where he is now? Where is Patty G?
He's
under the weather.
We really can't say.
Yeah.
He's got a laryngitis.
And once again, yesterday morning, the same story. I was amazed, shocked, how many people were there at 5:30 in the morning coming to see us idiots. How many? Like 300 people. It was crazy.
I was really pleased that the great crowd in Cincinnati at the Nation Kitchen and Bar at the BetMGM Sportsbook at the Banks loved the Ballad of Ella Fitzgerald. Love that.
So that doesn't help our cause, does it?
No.
The fact
not
that it's
at
been
all.
validated by a live audience.
And I have to admit, as far as our running jokes go, DeLand, Florida, got a lot. I'm going to say 10 times more laughs than Josh's mom being rich.
Yeah. Now, you're familiar with you're good friends with Larry the Cable Guy.
I am still touring with him.
You refer to him as Cable Guy.
Yeah.
And that for quite a long time, he lived in Sanford, Florida.
He did.
Do you know where Sanford is?
Absolutely, I do.
North of Orlando.
Right?
Halfway to.
Central part of the.
Well, if you're what is it on I-4 and you're going north?
He said he knew where it was.
Well, did you ever go a little farther north and east and go maybe heading to Daytona Beach?
So you talking about DeLand?
Oh yeah, you've been to DeLand.
Is that what we were talking
Hey, you want to do it now?
Why did they call it DeLand, Tom?
It's near DC.
For the love of God, we know where DeLand is.
Thank you very much.
For the love of God.
Step in front of a train.
Well, actually, to be a running joke, we have to, when it starts,
you got to run it.
We got to run it. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You want to go to a Hitchcock movie and not see Alfred in the movie somewhere? Huh? Do you?
You know what's it all about, Alfie?
Good modern reference.
Written about Alfred Hitchcock.
I'm trying to get references that you'll understand. You've already damned all classical art.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I'll talk to you, Reno.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been to Italy? You ever been to Florence?
No, I don't, and I'm not really. I'm not a fan of art. Like art,
Michelangelo's David is one of the most magnificent creations of Western civilization.
I've got a theory. I've got a theory that you know how all the naked women that are naked in old art are big?
Yep.
It's not just because people were attracted to big, fat, naked women. It's because they didn't have glasses, and those were the only ones they could see.
That's an interesting theory.
It's because it was a sign of affluence.
And also the birthing
Nerd.
hips. The birthing hips would allow them to live during childbirth. But that's an unpleasant fact that I'm sure no one
I'm going to go
with
with no glasses.
My point, Reno, is just you look at art in museums, and sometimes you go, what am I supposed to feel here? This looks like nothing.
Yeah.
And then you look at a picture of dogs playing poker.
Yeah.
And you go, my gosh, that looks
That's
like
something.
dogs playing poker.
Yeah.
And why is one considered high art and the other isn't?
Mona Lisa looks like George Washington with a Cher wig on.
Yes.
Yeah, that chick's not hot.
And it's fine.
But yeah.
I couldn't do it.
There's an interesting news
You
story.
couldn't sit there for 12 hours and let somebody... I could.
You saw this in the news yesterday, didn't you? About the Michelangelo's David.
I did.
There are
yes.
people that they're doing what do you want to call it, knockoffs with
Right.
gigantic penises, and it's but it's interesting to me that the country of Italy is claiming that they can copyright and trademark this forever, which is it's an interesting legal argument to those that follow it. And I'm sorry. But anyway, I mean,
I highly recommend going
in
to
today's world,
Florence.
though, I mean, because they don't cover up the male member in that
No.
painting. You've seen
I've seen the painting. Yeah,
the
It's
sculpture
statue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why is it that when Christy says, I highly recommend you go to Florence?
You should.
I want to throw my coffee at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Wonderful. Well,
you know what I'd do if I were you? You take the time and go to Florence.
Yes. I
You
saved
owe
up
it
my
to
money.
yourself.
I'm not trying to say
Took my
it's
girls.
odd, but I've been to Josh's house, and in his front lobby, he has a photograph of Michelangelo's David, just the feet. Very odd.
They are the most sensuous part of David.
Okay. True. Time to move on. Christy, what have you got over there?
What
I've
have
been
I
to
got?
Florence, South Carolina.
Oh, yes. See, I'd rather go
Oh,
there.
that's nice. I've been there too.
all right.
Very nice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're perfectly
Well,
fine.
a little bit
Please
too late for
interrupt.
sorries, isn't it?
Rome, Georgia, Paris, Texas, London, Ohio.
When in Rome.
You covered all the big ones.
Please go to Florence.
Please.
Yes.
I
Do
highly
yourself
recommend
a
it.
favor. Go to Florence.
And you know what else
Tour
will
the
surprise
Duomo.
you? Prague will surprise you.
And possibly delight you.
Yes.
Never been there.
Beirut back in the day.
Oh, beautiful.
Well,
I
it was-
understand. I understand Vietnam. Beautiful.
It is now.
It is now.
It was good.
Anthony Bourdain's favorite place.
Careful where you step.
Well, not anymore.
Ahead of the Easter holiday,
Oh, what a nice
Norwegians.
hiking trip. Oh, is that a bouncing Betty?
Nice.
Be careful.
Today's most obscure but cool reference. I thought my carpet bombing thing would get a laugh. Got nothing. At least Bouncing Betty got a chuckle.
Ahead of the Easter holiday, Norwegians apparently facing an egg shortage.
There's an egg shortage.
Yes, they're hoarding
That's
eggs.
Swedish.
Chick from.
Holy hell.
But you're right, they're from neighboring Sweden.
Thank you.
Oh, that's dumb luck.
As a
Everybody.
result-
Oh, yeah. Everybody there talks to the TV.
As a result, Swedish shopping centers located near the border have been mobbed by desperate Norwegians trying to stock up on eggs, and some retailers have actually been forced to place purchase limits on eggs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
This is just because they want to dye them?
Maybe they want to eat them.
You ever eat an egg, Tom?
Pretty good.
What I had for dinner last night.
With chicken sausage.
No,
boiled.
just nope.
They take a shot glass and a piece of toast and they make a hole in it.
I mean, if this were a toilet paper shortage, I can see crossing the border, but to have it's 6 eggs to dye, I'm not gonna.
Why do they have the egg shortage? What's going on?
That's
Easter?
a great question. I wish I had the
Which
answer
came
to
first,
that.
the egg shortage or
I didn't put
chicken
it.
shortage?
I edited
I
that
don't
part out.
have that.
It's a bird.
information.
It's an unfortunate bird flu thing and really awful.
Oh, I see. Good.
So I
that's
kept.
funny.
I just wanted to have.
How long, can I get a definitive answer, how long eggs keep in the refrigerator? Go ahead.
You don't even have to keep them in the fridge. They keep for a very, very long time.
On the
Keep
counter?
them- no, from what I
Absolutely.
understand,
Pasteurized eggs, you should not leave on the counter.
On the
especially
counter?
if you get them from the refrigerator
Right.
section
They
of the
have
store.
to.
No, but if you get them right,
refrigerated.
from the chicken, they're good to go.
Apparently,
for
they
quite-
stay
Yeah.
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
They're so good.
But
Like,
don't
fresh eggs that haven't been refrigerated yet.
I want chicken so bad. I've got room for a coop. I've got a coop out
Why
back.
don't you get one?
I just have to clear it out. I
Excuse
don't
me,
think
you want-
There's a company that
Here's
will
some
come and bring it.
unsolicited advice.
Yes, Tom.
Don't do it.
Yeah, nasty.
You are not a chicken guy.
You ever done it, Reno?
I know someone who. Here's what I think.
Go out there for
My
fresh
wife gets
eggs.
hung up in these little things where people sell fresh, farm to table,
Yes.
to table, and we get these eggs. And I swear to God, they go to Kroger, buy the eggs, white poop on them, stick them back in the thing, and sell them to us, and say, "Look, they're fresh, right out of the chicken's ass." There's
$15 a carton.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is. What'd you ask me? I spaced.
No, you're good. If you'd ever owned chickens.
I've never owned them myself.
Okay.
They're
but
really
nasty.
dirty. And
Jeff Oskay has. You should ask him about it.
He said it was a coyote/fox massacre.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but I've got a great.
The cool part was when he burned down the chicken coop. Unfortunately, the smoke smelled kind of
But then
funky.
you need to get a Great Pyrenees to guard your backyard to keep all the foxes and
And when you get
out.
a chance,
Yes,
go to
you need to have a nocturnal dog that'll keep you up all night. Now,
Yeah.
You
it's
can have eggs in Florence.
time for you guys to be quiet. We've got a couple interesting things coming up, including news about the famous conjoined twins. Ooh.
You wanted us to be quiet so we could talk about the conjoined
Mommy.
twins.
No.
You monster.
I think it's a fascinating
He brings
story.
up a good point. You are a monster.
Well, that's okay. I'm into that. I acknowledge that. Right now, I want to talk about BetterHelp. The Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp, and BetterHelp has a better idea. The importance of therapy is undeniable, but accessing therapy can be difficult. It can be a pain. You got to get in your car. You got to drive to the therapist's office. You got to look across the room going, what's that guy's issue? No, you don't have to do that anymore.
Look at this
because
guy.
you can get therapy online, and we're talking about qualified therapists, licensed therapists. Here's how it works. You take a little quiz, a little questionnaire, you fill it out. You'll be matched with one of about 35,000 therapists that are now working with BetterHelp. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time. No additional charge. But the therapy itself is done online, so it's a lot more accessible. It's a lot more flexible and a lot more convenient. Find out what I'm talking about. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show today. That'll knock 10% off your first month if you add that /BT Show part. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Once again, it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Now, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Also coming up, the world clock is ticking, and it's in the news once again.
This is
and
not
also
the nuclear clock, is it? Or is it?
in a way.
Okay.
No, that you're thinking of the doomsday clock. No, this is something different. This is the actual time. The actual clock itself is going to have to be adjusted.
Oh.
And where do you find out why? And we have human skin, ostriches, and Puxatawny Phil in the news. He's usually not in the news on a day like today, and it's a cool story. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. Christy and Josh, Ace. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
You see what I do is
That was quite the tease.
I try to get him off.
Tom!
I try to get him confused and off his
It
game.
doesn't take much.
Don't
we have a special guest, Tom?
By special, you mean?
You know.
Oh, okay, very good. Comedian Reno Collier has joined us.
In the studio, nice.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Nice visit.
And Reno is a distinguished stand-up comedian, and he'll be distinguishedly standing up this evening at the Brown County Playhouse. And then tomorrow...
You have to get a hold of how you speak.
Tomorrow, the Redmore Event House in Cincinnati. Tickets at theredmore.com, and the more part of that is M-O-O-R.
Yes. Thank you for spelling that.
Now,
Why did you say Redmoor, and then we don't know?
Redmoor.
Yeah, and you know what? And is anybody else noticing you're not saying zero, you're saying zero, which is incorrect.
That is
zero.
That is because I am emphasizing the word by deliberately mispronouncing it.
Really?
Yes. For example, your criticism has zero effect on my life.
Now he is co-worker of the year right there.
I have made a special request. Prior to this break, we were discussing your wanting to have a chicken.
Not just one.
You want chickens?
How many chickens
I'm
should
bringing
I have if I'm gonna
Jeff
have
Oskay from our staff comedian Jeff Oskay, and he's going to tell you about chickens because you had a chicken coop. Is that correct?
Talk to me, Jeff. What's going on with the chicken coop?
All right, Chick. So you're going to get an egg a day per chicken. So,
okay. All right.
Well, it's just him. So how many eggs do you eat a day?
17, 18.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's like Rocky at my house.
It's not Sims, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made the mistake. I got 10 hen.
10 hen because it rhymed?
That's just what was offered to me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I, like you, I went on Facebook one night drunk, and I was like, "Hey, I want some backyard chickens."
Right.
And 5 minutes later, I had 10 free hen offered to me, which is what should tip you off.
Yeah.
Because that's the cheap part. You can get the hens super cheap. You can go to Tractor Supply.
Yeah, they're all over Tractor Supply.
Put 5 in your pocket, walk out. Mabel at the front isn't checking pockets.
Yeah. How big are these hens when you get them?
Little baby chicks.
Oh, little chicks. They have the chicks at Tractor Supply.
couldn't you just eat those?
do?
Oh, yeah. They have
Oh, yeah.
big toes.
Oh, you can go in there and look at.
Yeah,
they're
they
all
have
over the
big
place.
toes.
How do you know the baby chicks are girl chicks?
They have vaginas. Yeah, they.
You got to sex them. You hold them up. That's the hardest part about eating chicken.
You hold them up to a
Get their
light.
legs apart.
So you get their female chicks.
Yeah, they have already sorted them supposedly. They've
Yeah.
already sorted them.
How can they tell?
Is
it a genitalia issue?
About 3 weeks later, you tell when one of them is a rooster. That's how you tell. So you're getting 10 egg a day.
Okay.
Chick.
Got it.
That's too many eggs.
That's too many eggs.
Remember, he was bringing them in there for a while.
I went to my doctor. I finally had to stop. My cholesterol got up to 14,000. 10 egg a day.
10 eggs a day.
And okay, so you need a coop.
Okay, I already have a building. I just have to clear it out. I think it's big enough for a coop.
Okay, you got to buy heaters.
Heaters?
Yeah, you got to buy feeders.
So you got to get power out there then.
Yeah,
I have power in the building. We already have power.
Now, what kind of a floor don't they poop everywhere?
Yeah, they do.
You have to have a special.
Have to get bedding.
It's a wooden floor. No?
That's bad. Wooden floor is going to soak up the urine.
No, you definitely want to put a tray in the bottom with your what do you call it? Like sawdust type
cedar
stuff.
chips.
Yeah,
cedar chips. And you don't want them walking around on concrete.
Then you're also going to need like a door opener and closer at night to let your chickens in and out. That's automated. I was about $14,000 into my backyard chickens.
So
seems high.
I know.
When do
cholesterol.
When do the coyotes come?
Yeah. At night.
How did they get out of the coop if the coyote, you forgot to put them back in?
The raccoons are pretty crafty at getting into the coops.
They have thumbs. I told you about
Did the raccoons eat the eggs or the chickens?
They eat both. And I had like a fence, like a picket fence, and one of the raccoons pulled the rooster halfway through the fence and ate its ass on one side and its head off the other and just left the carcass in the middle. Which, by the way, if you have children, not how they want to find their pet in the morning.
Yeah.
You're like,
so you need an AR, too.
Yeah, Featherfoot.
You need an AR or an AK. That's what you need. So at least a bump stock. Now,
the other thing I learned, when you bury your dead mold chicken, you're going to want to go 2 feet down because they will come back for leftovers the next night.
Well, wouldn't you?
Dig it back up and finish it off.
Cold chicken the next day is awesome.
The Foxes. Now, where was that chicken place we just went to the other day? It was really good.
Yeah, Jeff. You never think a guy named Jeff be that good at making chicken?
Man.
So, did you finally just have to get rid of the whole thing?
They slowly got. I was trapping raccoons and driving them down to this car auction place and letting them go back. But after my 15th raccoon, I just gave up, and they just slowly depleted my flock. Another thing that happened: hawks will come down. When they're out during the day, they will pick the chicken up, fly about 200 feet in the air, and drop the chicken so that when it hits the ground, it kills it, and then it comes down just feasting on it.
Well, what the hawks are doing is that experiment we used to have to do in science class where you put an egg in something and drop it. They just figured, why? Let's eliminate the middleman. Yeah.
Well, thank you. So have we talked you out of getting a chicken coop for your house?
I am not frustrated by this. I think I'm still going to do it.
Now, I will say the eggs are the best eggs you'll ever have.
Yeah, right.
They're delicious.
And if you do get them, you can keep them out fresh from your. You can leave them out on the counter for like a month and a half, almost 2 months.
Yeah.
Once you refrigerate them or wash them, it takes a membrane off the outside of the egg. And so once it's washed, you have to put it in a fridge.
Gotcha.
And all the ones here in America have been washed, and that's why they're refrigerated. And they have to
when you cook your eggs, do you ever take a piece of toast and cut out the middle part? And
wait, what is this? That sounds delicious.
Wait a minute, that used to be our mission statement on the Bob Tom Show.
Sure did.
Hey, Jeff Oskay, thank you very much, Jeff. Jeffrey's going to be joining us on stage in Charleston, West Virginia, a week from tonight with a great show with Patty G. Christy and I will be your hosts. Willie G will be there. Joshy will be there. It's going to be a great time. Right now, we say hello to Reno Collier, a man who has had chickens. And we say hello to Christy Lee at the news desk.
Did you have chickens?
No, he told us no.
Yeah.
I've eaten them. I always wonder.
I was trying to make a segue. These people don't know.
He doesn't give them the benefit of the doubt.
You've got this kind of hillbilly vibe. People assume that you have
hillbilly vibe.
People assume that you have chickens and
You call yourself a hillbilly?
and an AK.
I'm probably a hillbilly.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
When's the last time
West
you were
Virginia.
sitting on your porch with a piece of straw in your mouth?
Piece of straw? I sat on a porch yesterday.
There you go.
No straw. I don't.
Did you have some lemonade?
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea?
See, I'm what you call an urban hillbilly because I will sit on my porch. It's not a straw in my mouth. It's the stir stick from Starbucks. So I'm doing hillbilly things.
Watching John Travolta movies.
Yeah. I really am kind of an urban hillbilly. Like 4th of July, I will buy like $600 worth of fireworks.
You do like
But
fireworks.
I have $600 to spend on fireworks.
Right. You didn't steal them.
Yeah.
Or trade them for meth. Yeah.
There's plenty of hillbilly in me.
Yeah.
You know,
Did
my
you light those off in your backyard?
No, he lights some off on my backyard where my concrete is still marred
I did
from the last
stain
time.
fixed concrete, yes.
He
You
set
should
off
come
fireworks.
over here. There's plenty of room.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I got shooed away.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a surly engineer that works here. That
You said that about Eddie. Christy, what else you got to
Well, for the first time in history, timekeepers may have to consider subtracting a second from our clocks to catch up with the Earth's rotation. According to a new study, clocks may have to skip a second called a negative leap second in around 2029 because the planet is rotating a bit faster than it used to.
Interesting that this happened because I never even knew that something so flat could rotate like that. And apparently, I guess it's like a record on an album.
No, the space people figured it out when they filmed the moon landing at Disney.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember that? And they could see. They were like, "Hey, the clock's off."
So will this be a big event?
No, the study lead author Duncan Agnew said, quote, "It's not a huge change in the Earth's rotation that's going to lead to some catastrophe or anything, but it is something notable that they may have to do." So
Duncan Agnew, Tom.
Yes.
Spiro's
boy?
Great.
Oh, man, Agnew's kid.
Old Agnew's kid.
Old Agnew's kid.
That's fascinating that they know. So in 7 years they're going to take 1 second off the clock?
Apparently.
Nobody would have noticed.
Just going to throw
No,
everything
they
on.
did.
They could have
didn't have
kept
to
it
do
in
anything.
house. Yeah, they could have been like, you know what I mean?
Oh no, there are all kinds of. This is like Y2K all over again. It's going to throw the computers on.
No, Y2K all over again is this eclipse.
Man, ain't that the truth?
God. April 8th, everybody, set your watch.
I can only imagine. We live in an area that will have totality. That's
Yes.
got to be why we're hearing so much about it.
Yeah.
The rest of the country is going, who gives a?
Yeah,
No,
shut up.
it's big news.
Well, you know what? I've been proven wrong.
What are you going to do? Are we going to do anything special that we should watch the eclipse together and get our
We can broadcast live
comments?
It'll be in the afternoon Eastern time.
Yeah, I'm not available, but you guys could go ahead.
Is this
we
one
could
you're
sit
not
out here in the parking lot and have a party. And
Has it started yet?
Is this one you're not supposed to look at?
yes.
Yeah, for that
Yeah.
long.
You have to have special glasses.
I remember when I was a kid, we had one. And everybody ran out of school, and they let us look at it.
With a little shoebox with the little pinhole in it that you had to make a special
From the thing
deal.
that you poke at. Yeah, and we looked at it, but I don't know what the difference between a good one and a bad one is.
This is in certain parts of North America. It will be in total eclipse.
Total darkness.
Briefly.
Yeah.
Got you.
It's not going to be total dark.
But you can look at it, but they tell you not to look at this one?
You can. If
They don't want you staring at the sun.
You can wear special glasses and you can look at it.
It's going to look like early evening.
And then
middle of the day.
a lot of optometrists and
Yes.
ophthalmologists are going to have specials the following day.
Yeah.
Come
Do
on
you think
by,
it's
see
gonna
if,
be-
see
you
if
think
we
it's
can
gonna
restore
be
your vision.
Who wants to buy
Nighttime?
it?
Is that what you think it's going
I
to be?
do.
Nighttime?
Yes.
It's not going to be nighttime.
It will be for 4 minutes.
No,
or
it
something.
won't.
Yeah, how long does the actual eclipse last?
17 seconds.
Well,
it's
imagine
slowly-
a frisbee going in front of a basketball.
Yeah, I mean,
and at
it
one
takes
point,
a while.
What I'm saying, like yesterday, I saw a promo on one of the local stations, TV station, 1 to 4 live.
Well, no, there's going to be
they're
a
milking it.
build up.
Yeah.
There are a number of all across certain spots of North America. I think the Cleveland Indians are doing a special thing for the eclipse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it'll be fun.
But it says the eclipse will start at approximately 1:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and end about 4:30 p.m.
There you go,
So
Ayers.
it's going to be a while.
When the hell is this again?
April 8th.
But there's something called totality.
Yes.
Which means, for example,
Basically, you're watching it move.
a chick dislikes your joke of the day in totality.
He's warming.
I never said that, and he's right. I'm warming to it.
Really?
He doesn't want to go blind laughing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
very good. Well, if you're warming to it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
There's these two chimpanzees sitting in a bathtub.
Two chimpanzees sitting in a bathtub.
The first one goes, oh, ah, ooh, ooh. Second one goes, okay, I'll put some cold water in too.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
What?
See, they speak English. The one was, he wasn't going ooh, ah, ooh, because that's what chimps do. He was,
Right.
he was,
uncomfortable.
Too hot.
the water was too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah, okay.
That's
And
hilarious.
the notion is that the
hilarious.
chimpanzees A are in a bathtub and B can speak English. Hilarious, as you can see, in totality. Now, we have time to squeeze in one more important story. What have you got?
Totality is, by the way, only 3 minutes long, so then it starts to wane back.
Sure,
the
yeah.
way.
It's not
Wayne.
Scientists at Columbia University are trying to teach robots how to smile.
What a crappy school that is.
Obviously, they have nothing going on there.
Following a 5-year effort, the Creative Machines Lab at Columbia Engineering is now unveiling Emo, a robot that anticipates facial expressions and executes them simultaneously with a human.
If this isn't Terminator Part 8, I'll kiss
we're
your
on with
ass.
this.
Emo has a human-like head equipped with 26 actuators that enable a broad range of nuanced facial expressions, as well as 2 AI models to predict human emotions and generate a corresponding facial expression.
Don't you think human beings could, they could fall in love with a robot?
Yes,
Sure.
I think
you
that
think?
could happen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Especially when they're getting this good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We need to start shooting these things as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because when the
This is
robot smiles at you, they're just about to kill you.
Yeah.
They're
Or worse.
Or they're going to.
Yeah.
They're about to say, "I'm sorry, Dave."
Yeah.
You know what it sounds like? We need an AK or an AR, or
You
at
know
least
what?
a bump stock.
I agree. I'll be selling them if anybody'd like to reach out.
That'd be
And
cool
after
merch.
the eclipse, I'll be selling sticks and dogs, too. So if anybody... The road's tough, guys. I'll see you tonight. Nashville, Indiana, Redmore.
Oh, that's amazing.
MOO.
This is fascinating stuff. They can.
Didn't Jim Henson master this 20 years ago with like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? We've had animatronics having facial expressions for decades.
Oh, yeah, but they're listening to what you're saying and smiling at the appropriate time based on the content of your speech.
Oh, that would have been interesting if that were in the actual story.
Yeah,
it was.
It was.
It was just probably the
Oh, you
words.
should have
The
somebody-
words were too big.
Probably was when it was happening.
I'm sorry. It had words like the robot anticipates facial expressions and executes them simultaneously with a human.
Yeah, I didn't get any of that.
It's thinking.
Let me tell you about, while you guys are arguing, I'll tell you about Raycon, the everyday earbuds. How about that, Tom? Is that all right?
It helps robots hear
Thank
better,
you.
too.
That's right.
Raycons offer amazing audio quality at about half the price of other premium audio brands. And see for yourself. Raycons have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews right there on your computer. Raycons optimized gel tips fit every ear ever made. So if you're walking the dog or talking on the phone or walking the dog and talking on the phone, you can multitask, and your Raycons will stay in your ears. Seamless Bluetooth syncing, 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and you don't have to worry about weather. Raycons are ready to roll when you are. They'll be charged up and ready. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom now and get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Tom. Check them out. buyraycon.com/Tom.
So the robots are going to smile at you.
Yep.
They're going to get wrinkles, Christy. Smile. They're going to need Robotox. I only bring this up because when we come back, I want to discuss the Botox thing we had for. I want to tell Reno about this because I find it staggering.
Oh, for the male.
Yes, people are Botoxing
The scrotum?
They're
Botoxing
peen?
their male member and the scrotal area.
Because it's wrinkled?
Yeah.
Well, it kind of makes sense, really.
Really?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yours? Oh, of course. I have a poster
I told you
in my
when
bedroom.
I saw yours, you need to tighten that up a little bit.
Tighten up.
Baby.
Do the tighten up when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Add to or continue the conversation. Check out the Bob and Tom Show on Facebook. Get the link at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Friday starts the weekend. Oh, wait a minute. Friday
original.
does start the weekend. Here's my buddy, Tom Griswold, and he's now going to dance for us to... There he goes. Josh, you're missing it.
There's so many great songs in the disco era. This one is so lame.
Oh,
What
it's
DJ
wonderful.
got paid off to start playing this turd of a song?
What?
This is so
I think it's fun.
milquetoast
Nothing wrong with
dull. Now you're making it interesting.
Reno, how old are you?
53.
53.
So did you get to enjoy the disco era at all?
I remember it.
Yeah.
You know, when I was
But you
little.
weren't clubbing because you weren't old enough. For
No, I mean, but everything.
You were like 8.
Yeah, but everything like Chips, the TV show Chips.
Yeah.
All the music kind of felt a little. It just infiltrated everything.
That kind of thing, yeah.
And there's still a classic era of disco. Those songs are still
Remember the
out there.
Chips music? It was awful.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. But Punch was pretty badass.
Is that Eric Estrada?
Yes. I had a Punch doll, and my neighbor, this little girl lived next door had a Barbie, and I used to make him do it. You know what I mean? You got to twist it. You got to Barbie. He'd come in. It was almost looking back. It was almost like he was a stripper because he had the police uniform on,
Sure.
And she wanted out of the
and
ticket.
she had a vet. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I didn't even think about it until just now.
Oh, nice.
It's kind of cool.
And Larry Wilcox.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He was also on a
He was the other Chip.
That show, along with I think Dukes of Hazzard, both leads left for a while, and then they came back up for contract.
Dude, Dukes of Hazzard was my favorite show as a kid. I watched it.
That tracks.
I watched it as an adult. Almost unwatchable. Like, aside from Daisy Duke in the car, which is probably why at 10, when I was humping pillows on the couch, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Remember Charlie's Angels? You ever do that? You ever get
I was
that?
a little too young.
Hey, here's Chips.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was everywhere.
Here they come.
They'd meet one girl and she'd be roller skating, and then they'd hang out for a little while.
Oh, that is
That's
awful.
when the wheels are spinning on the motorcycle.
That's the weirdest sound.
Isn't that awful? And you know who was on this was Chris Pine's dad, Robert Pine?
Really?
I think,
Mr. Pine, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pine.
Mr.
Big Daddy Pine. That's him. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Now, we have Christy Lee at the news desk, and we haven't heard.
Speaking of awful,
Okay.
Harvard University has announced it's removed a book binding allegedly made of human skin.
Oh, my gosh.
They're so smart.
According to the New York Times, the volume, a 19th century French, is it treatise?
Treatise.
Treatise?
Treatise. What's that word?
It means it's a book on the topic of whatever the hell the rest
On
of
the human soul.
Okay.
It's often written by the Unabomber. Go ahead.
Has been the subject of controversy and debate after the university confirmed that it was bound in human skin.
And they kept it.
Harvard said the remains used to bind the book, Arsène Houssaye's The Destiny of Souls, no longer belong in the Harvard Library collections due to the ethically fraught nature of the book's origins and subsequent history.
You think?
Very macabre.
Do we know whose skin it was?
I don't think so.
In announcing its removal, Harvard said it would be exploring options for a final respectful disposition of these human remains.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you probably bury it, right?
They'll consult somebody to figure out.
They would probably have to either figure out where it came from or get, I suppose, representatives of a number of religious organizations to each do some kind of rite of some sort.
Right?
Some kind
Ooh.
of
It's like a Necronomicon.
I'm surprised that the Harvard Library is not haunted because of this.
Well,
it might be.
Yeah.
This is a case where you can judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I prefer the covers of my books not to have nipples.
Yeah. Well, those are the bookmarks. They just have the nipples. That is just awful. God. And now, Reno, have you heard about this thing? Speaking of skin, where they do you have any tattoos?
No.
If you're someone you know has a tattoo and they pass away, sadly, there's a place that preserves tattoos.
Like they will peel it off, or
they will
frame it.
They'll
make a book out of it.
Well, you frame them.
It's
usually.
sort of like a tanning process, but they will send a kit to a funeral home, instructing them on how to remove the tattoo, and then they take the skin and the whole thing and they frame it for you.
Dude, what is happening?
I don't know.
That's.
I mean, that just makes zero. Who wants, the Tasmanian devil holding a dart and a beer? Oh, God, we miss Jimmy.
That was right. That used to be right above his ass crack. It's a shame.
You remember Stacy? What a skank. Look at that tramp stamp. We threw it up there.
Take a picture of it.
Yeah.
No.
Don't frame it.
We also had this interesting story, speaking of skin, about Botox.
Mm-hmm.
And how it's now being used on the male member. I've got the. Do you have that story over there?
I don't.
I have it right here. Doctors say more men are getting Botox injections in the male member. This is from the San Francisco Standard.
Well,
this is.
Yeah, there you go. Is right.
Yeah, it's apparently after this guy Brian Johnson, not the AC/DC singer. He's that billionaire spending all this money to look younger. Have you heard about this guy?
I'm surprised that the procedure of Botoxing your penis isn't called the San Francisco Standard.
Yeah, it should.
It's not really a San Francisco treat, is it?
This guy says they interview this doctor in the Bay Area. Said it can cost upwards of $14,000 to increase girth by as much as 2 inches with so-called dermal filler.
Well, that's different than Botox.
There we go. Doesn't Botox go away?
Yes, you have to have it redone every 3 months.
So you pay $15,000 for what, one night of a big
No, this is actually like...
There's two different things.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm not kidding when I say it. The quotation here is seeking out Bocox services, Bocox.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Bocox.
They use a lot. I think they use Botox in the scrotal area to take out the wrinkles.
And that's got a different name. They interviewed Dr. Tracy Evans from Pacific Skin, and she said they do something called Scrotox. Which is obviously for the scrotal area.
The old mailbag.
And her quote is, men are more interested in aesthetics than they used to be. Now, Reno, I know
Which
you're
ones?
I know you're a married guy.
Yeah.
Should we get your wife on the horn and ask her if
No,
she'd like you more if you had fewer wrinkles in your scrotal area?
I think she'd like it more if they were in the same spot. There's one in my sock right now. Oh, probably have a little lift.
The juggernaut?
Yeah, the juggernaut.
Yeah.
Do you know the temperature of the water in a commode? I do.
Yeah. Wow, that is just weird. Okay, I'm sorry. What's coming up, Christy Lee?
Coming up, we're going to talk about smells. We have a smelly flower. We have sperm whales with a very interesting way of keeping others at bay, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A little social distancing among the sperm
And
whales?
Puxatawny Phil is in the news today for a very sweet
He
way.
has died.
No.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to be quite surprised.
Got dental problems.
Also, we have news about the so-called nipple tuck coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
All tweaked up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
He's not there.
What? Oh, yeah, that's right.
You were totally on that. You were on cruise control.
I was absolutely mailing it in. Got my feet up, ringing the bell.
I loved it.
Where's my bell? Josh Arnold, there's Ace Cosby, I'm Chick, here's Tom, and Tom, we have a special guest, some hillbilly. Is that right? That's what you said.
Comedian Reno Collier, and Reno is on the road tonight. It's going to be the Brown County Playhouse, Nashville, Indiana.
I was saving this sports story for Reno Collier.
Tomorrow, Redmore Event House, Cincinnati, Ohio, with Willie G on both those shows. What have you got for Reno?
Landon Dickerson just upgraded his lawn mowing game. The Philadelphia Eagles guard lineman who recently became the highest paid guard in National Football League history. A 4-year contract for a guard worth $87 million. Jeez. Joked in a news conference that he'd be spending at least some of his new riches on a new lawnmower. Then he said, that's not a joke. I am going to buy a new lawnmower, one of those zero-turn models.
Oh, very nice.
Those guys always trick me. I'm driving down the street. Oh, my God, I'm going to hit the guy.
Yeah.
You turn around.
Zero-turn.
What if you slip doing that, though?
Slip like on a hill?
Yeah, but there's the one guy in particular. He's always doing it right over here, and it's a street that has no berm, and it dry. I'm always afraid this guy's going to. If he doesn't turn quick enough, it's over. You got to really know what you're doing.
Yeah, but some guys can really drive those things, man. I mean, on a dime.
Is there a competition for those somewhere?
I don't know, but there should be.
That would be cool.
People jack up the engine sometimes and get them where they're really fast. And I've seen just videos and stuff of people just hauling ass like through a field and going around. But I don't know if they race them.
Huh.
Chick, I'm always going to want to mow my own lawn.
Is that right?
Yes.
I know a guy that could hire people to cut his grass with scissors. He's so rich. He always cuts his own lawn.
Is he married? I love it.
Yes. I know where you're going with this.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
The answer is headphones.
And I push
I'm totally serious.
You spent some time outside away from the family.
Yeah.
You listened to your Raycon earbuds.
Super relaxing. Do you push mow, Reno? Yeah.
Push mow.
I'd eventually like to have enough land where I don't have to, where I can ride, but it would still be like a good day's work.
I don't have any land. Like, my wife was smart. Like when I wanted to buy a bunch of land and have chickens and all that. And she's like, no. So we bought a house that backs up to horses that are owned by MTSU. So there's a huge equestrian thing and all that. She's like, now you can sit your fat ass on the porch, pretend like you're on Yellowstone, and I don't have to deal with chickens and stuff when you go on the road and leave me out in the middle.
Very
That's
good
awesome.
That is really
She's
cool.
smarter than me.
What a warm, loving home.
Wow. This one's good.
Now,
That's cool.
do you have a dog?
I do, Bo.
Yeah, Bo, we know.
So do you have to?
Remember Bo? He's been in a lot of videos.
Australian
so,
Shepherd.
But you have to
Awesome.
you have to clean the yard by hand before you mow. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that is a thing about having a small yard because he poops like a man. Like he's 65 pounds.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So there's only specific spots.
Right.
But yeah, he needs a place to run, and we don't have it.
Oh,
He
yeah,
can
yeah.
see the horses, and he barks at them, and there's coyotes, and there's all kinds of fox. There's fox out there. There's a cat that lives 2 doors down that walks by and taunts him on the other side of the fence.
Oh, boy.
And he kind of, he's like, come on, man. His
But
little-
you do have a fenced yard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So he can run around the yard.
He can. It's just not big enough. You know what I mean? It's not like he sees it and he can see forever. And it's like, I'm going to run. And then he goes 25 feet and he's like, damn it, I'm in jail. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of, it's black poles and,
Now, we were talking about surgeries. We mentioned the Botox for the scrotal area and the penile area that is apparently quite popular.
And the filler.
Which I do not understand.
I don't believe it's quite popular. I believe that it's.
You don't think there's Botox parties where a bunch of dudes get together? Let's shoot each other up. Pull out your wiener. Come on, what do you got in there?
Does sound
Ladies
fun.
do
I
it.
believe
I
numbers
know, that's what
are
I was
up,
thinking.
But come on, what we're talking 5% of male population, maybe.
Oh, I think
Not
it's lower
even
than that.
Oh, not even
Yeah.
But
I can't picture what difference it would make.
Seriously.
Yes.
Ace is sitting over there like
well,
white
And do
people
you
problems.
do it when it's flaccid or when it's hot?
No. I'm sure the procedure would I would assume take place when it's flaccid.
Yeah, but then if you get the wrinkles out once, it gets
then
then
your penis looks surprised to see you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The penis sort of de-wrinkles itself when it becomes.
Yeah, it does.
And then, but there's also
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
There's also they interview 3 different doctors in this article, and one of them, Dr. Tracy Evans, she calls the procedure they use quote unquote scrotox. That's what it says right here. And
why not call it that?
Yeah, but I mean, why do it?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's not for me. But
It's like fake boobs on a 90-year-old woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If the rest of your body doesn't fit in with the...
Well...
But even...
I don't know. Now that I said it out loud, it would be kind of cool to have a
right.
21-year-old wiener.
No. But I don't think that... I mean, are the aesthetics of one's sack that vital?
I'll tell you this. I am proud of my penis, how non-wrinkled it is, and I would hold my penis up against anybody.
Okay. Like
What do you think of that?
Like
Is
at
that
the bu-
followed by
like-
for $5?
Yeah, at the bus station?
Bring it on, Tom.
Okay.
In the rest area.
Okay, part 2. Part 2. This is a different article, different source. The New York City plastic surgeon says the demand for, quote, designer nipples is on the rise. This is Dr. Norman Rowe. He said the number of patients with nipple requests has quadrupled. He says he thinks the increase in demand is due to recent celebrity fashion trends.
I see.
Weren't they see-through tops, right? Wasn't that real
It's real big right
popular?
now.
Yeah.
Women will ask for, quote, lighter nipples, smaller areolas, and more symmetry.
Oh, okay.
I wonder
So
if...
they're moving them?
I don't know. I don't.
Potentially.
I wonder if guys are getting a third nipple. Follow me.
Okay.
Doesn't Mark Wahlberg have a bunch of the cool guys have a third nipple or something like that?
A bunch of the cool guys.
I think Ryan Reynolds has a third nipple. Isn't this
I
right?
have not heard that. Mark Wahlberg's without a shirt a lot.
All of the research I've done on men and their third nipples, I've seen a lot of evidence that definitely Wahlberg.
Fascinating.
Some women want the lumps smoothed out.
lumps.
Oh, like they're, you know how some nipples have that braille sort of on them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they want to go to smooth paper for reading.
No, I like that part.
I don't know. I don't think guys mind it as much as women think guys mind it.
Because the same that makes the nipple larger, right?
Yeah, you kind of feel like if you work the braille a little bit,
Yes.
it's going to turn. It's an arousal thing.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
If women knew that guys really don't care that much, it'd be so much easier.
Women do all of this for other women. You realize that, right?
Really? Oh, okay. I thought it was for dudes. Like,
So the designer nipples, you go in and you go through a book and.
I'm perfectly happy with mine.
Well,
I
yeah,
have
of course.
no.
Yeah. I know that it's just cold in here. Those are not Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. Interesting stuff out there. In the world of nipples.
It's interesting how they change as a woman over time. And if you have children, and I mean, they do change.
Well, they get like bite marks?
Okay.
No, they start to look down.
Oh,
we were talking about Landon Dickerson.
Oh, sorry. Are we still doing that sports
and
story?
the world's highest paid guard in the
yeah.
NFL, $87 million. So yesterday he put up a video on his Instagram.
About how he wants a lawnmower?
And no, he was driving his lawnmower around. And it turns out it's a Pro Turn 560 Kawasaki, 7 feet long, 5 foot wide, 1,487 pounds.
That's gigantic.
It goes 15 miles per hour, and the cost $15,000.
Holy cow!
For a zero turn.
So he's got a yard big enough to justify that. Because don't you ever had the neighbor that moves to a smaller house but insists on taking his riding mower?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like the guy that has a really nice boat in a pond.
Yeah.
But I think part of buying one of these is that you don't care if it's big enough or not. You've got your lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in this case, for sure, that's what he
This
wanted.
guy enjoys cutting the grass. I totally get that.
Yeah.
He enjoys cutting the grass.
I love it.
You have certain tasks at your home you like doing. I, for example, very much enjoy doing dishes.
I don't mind doing dishes either.
Do them all the time. Do them every
I
night.
don't mind folding clothes.
Well, you have to do them. You don't have anybody to help you.
That's exactly right.
I like
You
the
like
laundry. I
folding
like laundry.
I do. I like ironing shirts.
I hate putting clothes
Yeah, I do.
away.
I like to iron shirts. I do my own laundry.
I hate. The thing I hate the most
Yes?
is cleaning a tub or a shower.
Really?
I can't stand it.
Dude, I can't stand folding laundry. I can wash it, dry it, but when I get so pissed off trying to fold it and get it right.
I can wash it,
It's
dry it, fold it, but I hate putting it away.
I don't
It
put it away
stacks
either.
on the lawn.
Do you do all your own laundry, or does your wife do it?
She does it because I jack up my clothes so bad that she's just taken over, which is a great.
You jack up your clothes
Yeah,
so
like
bad?
I'll take every piece of dirty clothes,
Put it
color,
in one
and
ro-
shove it all
oh.
in one thing.
yeah.
And
No,
wash
no,
it.
no.
It's a real
Well,
mistake.
it's a habit. It goes back to when I used to have to pay with change.
Sure.
So it's like I'm not going to pay twice. I'm going to cram in as much as I can. But I guess that jacks up and it doesn't really get clean. And then the colors, she doesn't like that. But if you do it on cold, and the commercial says it's cold water, Tide, you can do it all together. Da-da-da-da. That's what they said.
Well, they lied.
I did, but my stuff doesn't bleed. I don't have like pink T-shirts or anything. But years ago when I was on the road, I didn't have enough clothes. Like I'd have a shirt for every day. Like one time I had one shirt left and I got hammered drunk. I was in Birmingham, Alabama. And the night before I came back and I had leftover pizza and all this stuff. So I had one shirt left over. And I take the white shirt out, and I'm going to iron it because it's all balled up. I take the iron, and I run it across the back, and it's just orange. And the night before, I'd gotten drunk and heated up pizza on the iron in my room. And I ran orange grease up the back. So I'm standing on stage with my back like, yeah. And then another time, I went to the thing, and then finally I'm like, the hell with it. And I just showed him.
That's a handy story to have for the AA meetings.
It is. I don't know if I've told that one.
Okay, that's obviously your bottom.
Well,
No, that wasn't even close. That was just getting started.
you had a nice orange stripe down the back of your shirt. Have you ever had orange in your shoes?
Nice.
Oh, nicely done.
Well,
Comfort.
if you haven't, you're probably experiencing some back pain, hip pain, or knee pain. Go to orangeinsoles.com, see what they can do for you. All that discomfort is super frustrating. I mean, you're working on your feet all day, you're putting stress on your body, and you're getting zero support from that thin, lame liner that came with your shoes. Orangeinsoles.com offer arch support in a deep cup to properly support your heel, your feet, and thusly your whole body, helping to alleviate that pain. Think of a table, Reno. If it's wobbly, it doesn't have a good foundation. Isn't that right, my friend?
That's correct. It needs sugar packets.
Yes, but sugar packets will not work in your shoes. Orange insoles will. They're great for work boots, sneakers, dress shoes, high heels, golf shoes, you name it.
How come they call you Sweet Feet? Well, it's a funny story. Yeah, too cheap to buy the orange insoles.
Diabetes.
Kept putting sugar tablets down.
They give you diabetes.
Sweet Feet does sound like a...
Don't put sugar in your shoes. Could we get back to the orange insoles?
Head to orangeinsoles.com
I blame myself.
today for free shipping. Plus, orange insoles come with a 60-day we want you to be happy guarantee. So when you look me in the eyes and say, Josh, what am I going to lose when I try them? I look right back at you and I say, nothing, pal. Go to orangeinsoles.com. There's no cutting required. They're true to size already. That's orangeinsoles.com. Feel better, do more. Thank you, Orange Insoles, for all you do.
Your feet are three-dimensional. Remember that. Don't be a one-dimensional foot person, okay? Thank you. You're welcome. By the way, I'm looking at this article about the designer nipples. They actually take a book and they show celebrity nipples.
Yeah.
My favorite. This
Who's
one
your
is
favorite?
the Areola Grande.
That sounds like Starbucks.
Yeah. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an adjustable implant, 68 milligrams radio pain. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
Biscuits.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, they make different flavors of Triscuits.
Yeah, they do.
They got like tomato,
really
and
good
roasted
ones.
garlic.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us.
Christy's choking on a Triscuit.
I'm fine now.
I thought you said you never choked.
I never. I.
Move on. What have we got? Comedian Reno Collier has joined us in the
Tom,
studio.
what's going on, buddy?
Be prepared to Heimlich the Triscuit eater over there.
I'm fine now.
Okay, all right, okay.
Gosh.
What have you got going on?
I don't want to do
Is that like
story.
putting a finger in your mouth?
What don't you want? What story don't you want to do?
You know.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of great
Want me to
stories
do it?
here.
I can do
Yeah,
it.
give that to
You've done the
Chick.
human skin on the book.
Yeah. Oh, I found out who that was too.
Oh, they know who it is?
Well, they don't. It was owned by a physician, and he apparently took the skin from a deceased female patient, anonymous, and put it on this book. And they're trying to figure out who this woman was. They don't know who.
The book cover is literally made of human skin.
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
It was owned by a doctor in France back in the 1800s. I guess that was a thing in the 1800s. This isn't the only book that was bound with skin.
Yeah, it happened a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making that up.
The famed Necronomicon, which may or may not be real.
So,
Book of the Dead.
So in those days, Skin Magazine was a Skin Magazine.
Yes.
I just wanted the beaver hunt officer. I swear to God, I didn't.
If you're just joining us, there was a book in the Harvard Library for many, many years. They didn't realize that it was bound in skin. Actually, they did, but they just know.
Yeah, they're removing it and they're going
They're
to
trying to figure out who this woman was.
and they're going to do proper
Right.
burial or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
They're going to try and do it right. They're Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting?
Goodwill.
That's actually amusing.
Thank you. That's what I go for. You can check me out at all my shows. I'm amusing.
Referential to Harvard and the movie. It's very good to be, particularly good if we're in writing and when we're maybe riding alone on a plane. You could kind of chuckle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't bother anybody else next to you. What are you chuckling about? Oh, it's Goodwill Hunting. You see, they're hunting for someone.
Chick, which story did Christy not want to do?
I'm Chick McGee. This is the Bob and Tom Show, and now the news. Ms. Abby Hensel, a conjoined twin with Brittany Hensel, is now married.
Oh.
Twins Abby and Brittany first gained notoriety on the Oprah Winfrey Show in 1996 and later with their TLC reality series.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
They are dicephalous conjoined twins, sharing a bloodstream and all organs below the waist. According to Today.com, the go-to for doctors everywhere, the women have since become teachers in their native Minnesota.
Yep.
They recently shared that Abby tied the knot with Josh Bowling.
Really?
Which is what he'll be doing every night from a nurse and United States Army veteran in 2021. Abby controls their right arm and leg, and Brittany controls the left.
No kidding?
Yeah.
But he's only considered married to the one.
Married to Abby, yes.
How did this?
Christy, I didn't need to see the photo.
I want to see it.
How does it work?
How does it work?
Abby is the married one.
Yeah.
Hey, easy text.
Abby's the one on the left.
Easy text. I'm trying to read over here.
Wait a minute. Abby's on the left?
Right? Is she on the right or left?
Well, it said Abby controls their right arm and leg.
Okay, Abby's on the right.
Okay.
And is it legal to be married to just the one, unless you're like in Utah? Where I guess
See, I knew
is
this
that a menage a trois?
I knew this is where this was going to go. That's why I didn't want to do this.
It sounds like they're very
awful.
They're absolutely okay with this, and Abby is married and Brittany is not.
But
exactly. But wouldn't you have to come to some kind of agreement?
What? So Brittany go? I don't want to be married today, and
I think they would.
Yeah, there is some kind of agreement for sure. Yes.
I think the worst part of being a conjoined twin would be pooping in front of someone else.
Oh God!
Well, in this case, they both go
out of the same.
Yeah, so, and they eat.
So there's only
times.
one. You know something? You're right, Christy. There's no point.
You know what I say? Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
If you can find happiness, have at it.
There you go.
So do you think the one that's not married, Brittany, she looks away
closes
when Abby,
her eyes?
Yeah, and Abby and Josh
I don't think so.
Have the marital bed?
I think all three of them enjoy it.
You don't think they fight?
That's the only way they kind of can do this, is if all three are in agreement.
We got to get Oprah doing the interview.
In agreement here.
Oh.
So do they?
Look, this reminds me of another topic, Reno. We had this discussion the other day because there was a woman in the news who has effectively two vaginas.
Inside.
Inside.
Only.
It looks okay on the outside.
It looks like one entrance.
Once you get in,
Not
there's
like, okay. There's no judgment
ramp.
here.
Yeah, so it's like there's and then off to the side is the second.
There's another one.
And there's another one. Yeah. And she has two wombs.
And
so it's like a choose your own adventure book.
Yeah, exactly. So then the question came up. Then this question came up. What if would you go out with a woman that had four breasts?
And where would you want those?
And then
breasts?
would you want them as like on a die,
or vertical,
or like a traffic
dice,
signal,
or would you want them running?
Right.
Running vertically, which I think that would be weird.
I like two in the front, two in the back.
That would be weird.
Oh,
the whole thing.
That's
weird.
That's a new configuration.
There's two in the back. You can enjoy them even in doggy style.
Right.
And when you're dancing.
And reverse cowgirl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and in dancing, yeah.
When you're dancing, it's perfect. You just like
These are all very freakish. I'm sure.
Especially like when remember you're in school and they're like they lift your hand like you can't touch there, move your hands up, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If girls had boobs on their back,
then
it would all be. You
Leave
could
some
feel
room for the Holy Spirit, Reno. Get away from
I know. I'm just saying. I'm going to say on your back.
Yeah, the woman with the two cervixes, of course, is now.
She's on OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans. Yeah. Her name is Annie Charlotte.
Making a bank, by the way.
But if you didn't know she had two...
You would not know.
No.
Looking at her,
vulvas.
No.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't know.
Kind of.
I don't think you know till you get in there.
Right.
But you know that on OnlyFans? Do they do that on OnlyFans? Like they're
I don't know that they...
I don't think they have an optically correct
Yeah,
probe.
so I could say that. I have two buttholes.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
You know, you can't say that some places.
I don't know. I don't know
if
it's okay to say it on the radio.
Oh, good God.
You know, this woman with the two
We're losing
vaginas,
all our freedom.
She reminds me of a car that needs repaired.
What do you mean?
You're not going to know what's going on until you get in there.
Yeah.
You're going to have to take a look at it.
Aww.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. So enough of the...
Hey, here's a happy story.
Okay, go ahead.
Punxsutawney Phil, the spring-predicting groundhog from Pennsylvania, and his wife have become parents.
Really?
Phil's married?
I didn't know he was married. Apparently, Phyllis recently gave birth to two healthy babies, according to the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. The group that handles Phil did not give names for either one, but said the baby groundhogs are the couple's first children.
And they're known as ground piglets.
Now, I know that the beavers... how closely are they related to groundhogs?
They must be.
They gotta be.
beavers,
tails are different. Isn't that it?
A year old, I think. You are kicked out of the den, if you will. That's true.
Isn't that the
Angry Beavers cartoon show? That's what they based it on.
A club member.
Norville and Daggett had to leave, and they didn't want to leave.
A club member discovered the baby Saturday when he came to feed their parents fruit and vegetables. Surprise!
Oh,
they didn't even know she was pregnant.
They've been doing the devil's business.
So apparently, Puxatawny Phil doesn't always come out of his hole, regardless of his weather prediction. That's kind of sweet.
It is very sweet.
Yeah,
little baby groundhog.
And I bet they'll continue on the tradition. Those will
they'll
be
have,
the new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's a dynasty.
I'm trying to find a picture of this little critter.
Hopefully, they had a boy to take on the dad's lineage.
You're saying they had two of them, right?
What are they called, baby groundhogs?
Ground piglets, I told you.
Is it piglet?
Ground
piglet. Oh, doesn't ground piglet sound good with some eggs?
Kind of like a veal thing, but for pork.
And you make some toast and then get
the guy, by the way, Reno, the guy that thought of the name veal.
Yeah.
Good move.
Yeah.
More baby cow parmesan.
Yeah. You don't want to be eating this little. Didn't let this little critter even live a good life. See, I don't want to eat
more cow.
You don't eat veal?
I know. I don't eat baby carrots either. I want to be have a full life and volunteer to be eaten.
It's very silly.
Really?
It's really silly.
I heard someone say I don't eat anything with a face, and I was like, I don't eat anything that doesn't have an ass.
This goes back to your double butt issue from earlier.
Booty hole.
Okay.
An ostrich was captured after it escaped from a zoo in South Korea.
Whoa!
Reuters reports the male ostrich named Tadori broke free from a zoo named Bug City in Seongnam.
No, is that...
That doesn't sound like a good zoo.
Yeah, that sounds like dirty animals.
Bug City.
Yes, made its way onto a busy
Or it sounds like
highway.
you're driving on a freeway and you're about to enter a different state. Don't leave until you stop at Bug City.
See the caverns and the ostrich covered in bugs.
That sounds like a place we'd start, Diggy Dig, Bug City.
They have a conjoined cricket.
Only at Bug City.
There are two-headed snake in West Virginia.
sure.
There's
Yeah.
there's a two-headed snake.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Police and local fire department captured the ostrich in a parking lot about a mile and a half from the zoo. Tadori was returned safe and is in stable condition.
Okay.
Ostriches are really fast, though, right?
Yeah, they
like 50, 60 miles an hour or something.
Really?
Yes.
No, they are.
I know. It's crazy.
There was a whole cartoon about it, I think.
A fast ostrich?
No, what was
Roadrunner?
Roadrunner, that's right.
Yeah, that's
totally different.
They're thoroughly different. I think.
Totally
And roadrunners look like an ostrich.
Distinctly different.
Couldn't be more wrong.
And much like
if there was something that was worse or
many
more
other
wrong,
critters, they
I
only
can't
have
think of it.
one anus to keep the theme going.
I had my Tom Griswold moment thinking that everything in cartoons was like real, like Tom does, when I moved to New Mexico and saw my first real Roadrunner.
Real short.
Yes.
Yeah.
They don't look anything like the cartoon.
No, they don't.
No.
At all.
It's called poetic license.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you know that the velociraptors are about the size of ducks?
Yeah, they're like chickens, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were a thing, they were not this. And Jurassic Park kind of fixes that in one of the sequels. They go, yeah, we altered these.
But it's fun.
Oh, and one of the sequels where the solution to the movie is they open the cages and let the dinosaurs out on the housing complex.
Yeah, well, that was the woke child or whatever that did
that's
that.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that
So
was
this ostrich just running around the freeway and everything?
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, you can ride an ostrich, you know.
Yeah.
They're much bigger than a roadrunner.
Yeah, if you tried to ride a Roadrunner, you'd squash it.
Yeah,
Oh, there's no way you could do that.
Don't
No,
they look
they're
like a
little.
little King Charles Spaniel or
They're
something?
only about this
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, they got the crazy hair or feathers.
In Canada, a turkey survived a collision with a semi. Ontario Provincial Police said the wild bird crashed through the truck on Highway 3 near Kingsville. Both the driver and turkey managed to evade injury.
Whoa.
Photos show the passenger side of the windshield smashed and the confused turkey sitting next to the driver's seat.
What the hell?
After the collision.
What's going on?
I didn't know turkeys could fly.
To a certain extent, yeah.
A little bit.
I saw two of them flying over a road the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're not very high up.
They fly. They spread out.
Christy,
They
you should look
open
up
up.
a picture of this. It looks horrendous, the way the windows punched in.
Does the turkey look? How does it describe the turkey? Looking disoriented? What is it?
What did I say?
I think near death.
Confused?
Confused, yes.
Well, I'm glad that the driver and the turkey are getting along now. They were able to jive.
Jive turkey?
Can I bring back jive turkey?
Yeah, that was
as good a phrase as anything.
That was always, I always felt truly damned when someone referred to me as a jive turkey. Ooh, the slings and arrows.
That really was out there and used.
Oh, yeah.
Quite often.
I can't
you
imagine.
Jive turkey?
Or Jive Time Sucker. That was a good one.
I don't remember Jive Time Sucker.
Jive Time Sucker.
There's an Ohio player song called Jive Turkey.
Yes, it is.
I must.
Jive Turkey.
We played it before.
Absolutely.
We'll have to dig that up.
We have played it
This
before?
is the most damaged turkey. Have you seen the picture?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, see, look at that window.
Look at that windshield.
This is the most damage a turkey's done since the Ottoman Empire.
That's the not the same kind of.
Or would it be better
My
since?
God, you're doing the heady stuff
how
over
about
there.
since they went into Armenia? Is that better?
All right.
You know, I bet there was a time you couldn't do that show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, today would be the answer to your.
No doubt about it.
answer to
Bob
your
hated
trivia.
turkey. No doubt about it.
Trivia questions.
There's a
Right
little
now,
turkey.
it's time to talk about being safe and secure, not just in your truck, but in your house. Chick McGee.
Let me tell you about Simply Safe. According to FBI property crime data, most home break-ins happen in broad daylight. You heard me. And the days get longer this spring. Protect your home with Simply Safe, the award-winning home security we all use and recommend. Experts and customers love Simply Safe. Comprehensive protection, just named Best Home Security System of 2024 by U.S. News & World Report and recognized for best customer service in home security by Newsweek. Advanced technology protects every room, window, and door of your home with high-definition cameras inside and out to catch suspicious activity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. No long-term contract ever. And yes, you've heard this, it's easy to install yourself. But now, yes, Simply Safe can send the professionals out and install it for you if you would prefer. Protect your home today. The Bob and Tom Show listeners get a special 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafetom.com right now. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Check the reviews. Thank you very much, Chick McGee. Coming up, a little bit of a lesson for you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Real quick, shoe of the week for tonight's NCAA March Madness Men's Basketball Tournament, brought to you by OrangeInsoles.com. Feel better, do more. Orange Insoles in your shoes. Free shipping in the United States of America at OrangeInsoles.com. Friday, March 29th, I like Houston over Duke. I like Marquette. I'm sorry, what's that?
Marquette.
It's a Marquette over in NC State. I like Purdue over Gonzaga, and I like the Barrels over Tennessee.
Kind of grimacing as you do that because Christy is a fan? Oh, that was secret.
First of all, I did it on the radio. People, for the most part, couldn't see me grimace as I picked Purdue.
I wasn't big.
They make me nervous.
Okay.
And then I like the Creighton Barrels to beat Tennessee tonight.
Do you get
Sorry,
that?
Reno.
Do you get that, Reno?
What's that?
You
called. Hey, by the way, you called Clemson yesterday, didn't
I know.
you?
Oh, I did.
And
I
pulled
got,
that off. That was.
I got Clemson, and I got another one. What other one did I get? Hoffy?
The upset?
Yeah, kind of, sort of an upset.
Phoenix Online, I think.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. All right. Now, wait a minute. What time is it? Okay, got to do this, don't we?
It's this time.
I got to discover the. Oops.
Time now for.
I got to find it. Hang on.
Today in history, March 29th. You know, when we come back on Monday, March 2024 will be no more.
And I won't be
marched
here.
on.
And you know what? It'll be Tom's favorite day of the year.
Yep.
April Fools.
Hate April
Hey, your shoes untied. April Fool!
Hey, I stabbed you in the arm. April Fool.
April Fool, I'll stop bleeding.
I got 2 buttholes.
You learned nothing from earlier.
April Fool.
We were serious about you not saying that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Really?
Did you play the music for today in history?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Born in 1790 on this date, President John Tyler. Isn't he the one that was considered to be the most handsome president?
I have no idea.
No, that was Madison.
No, it wasn't. Madison was like 4 feet tall.
I think it was
John
Nixon.
Kennedy.
I thought Nixon was the hottest president.
I thought,
Come on.
Didn't John Tyler have Tippecanoe had something to do with that?
Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was. Oh well.
Isn't that where OK came from? One of the presidents ran that as a.
I could be.
Okay, Estes P. Fowler.
Let's see. 1867. Cy Young.
Only the good Cy Young.
Is he a pitcher?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Very good. Hence the Cy Young.
Like 500 wins or some crazy, insane thing.
I was in this bio. It says he played for a team called the Cleveland Spiders.
Yes, they.
Oh yeah.
You can get all sorts.
Didn't
of stuff.
you? Did you?
I think I did have a Cleveland Spider shirt at some time. Yeah.
Oh.
They famously, Christy, lost the World Series to the White Vinegars. They take care of spiders historically.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
You didn't know that?
No. Spiders?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I know beer gets slugs.
Slugs,
yeah. Take care of slugs. But I
let's see now. Happy birthday, Eric Idle from Monty Python.
As funny as they get.
Yeah. A tale that would last a lunchtime.
1955, Brendan Gleeson.
One of the best actors ever.
Irish.
There's a series on, I think it's Peacock, called Mr. Mercedes. It's a Stephen King book that they've made into a series.
Mm-hmm.
He's wonderful.
What's the most famous movie he's in?
In Bruges, probably. Is he
in Bruges?
Yeah.
Well, the Harry Potter movies, but
okay.
Yeah.
I think
he's in the Banshees of Inisherin or whatever.
20 years ago, I
That's
always
a good
wanted
movie.
him to play Benny Hill in a biopic.
Oh yeah,
I thought he would have done
right.
that.
Yeah.
Lucy Lawless, born on this date in 1968. Is she a porn star?
No,
She was Xena, Warrior Princess.
Oh, okay.
She's Australian.
Good actress.
That sounds like a porno name, doesn't it?
Yeah, she's outside the law.
What you're doing's against the law, baby.
That's right.
Lucy Lawless.
Hey,
And Lucy Lawless and Reno Collier in 2 BHs.
Double booty hole.
Okay, what else happened? On this date, Ludwig van had his debut as a pianist in
Scrooge
1795.
Van Halen?
Beethoven.
Oh, that would have been a great album cover. Ludwig Van Halen and have Eddie with a wig on. That would have been great. This is a cool thing if you've ever seen this photograph. In 1848, Niagara Falls stopped flowing.
Did you say Niagara Falls?
Yeah. Niagara Falls.
Slowly I turned.
I keep telling you, there's some sort of gate where they can turn Niagara Falls on and off.
Oh, like a dam?
There's a big wheel.
They diverted it at one
They
point
can
to do
shut
some
it
work on
off.
But this was a famous ice built up.
It looks awesome.
An ice dam, yeah.
And then I guess the cool thing was when the ice broke, you could hear it dozens of miles away. There was this explosion, and the water was a-coming.
That would suck to pick that time to ride over it in a barrel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm doing it.
Every once in a while, someone tries it again.
And someone makes it. And I don't know if
some have lived.
More people have made it, or it's about the same.
We used to have that stuff. It's a bad idea. It's also illegal.
I'll do it.
Oh, is it?
One of these days. I'll do
You'll do it, huh?
It's on my bucket list.
Okay.
Really?
And I'm not nothing. It'll just be me. I
You're
trust
not gonna use a
my
barrel?
own body.
There you go.
I wonder if anybody's done that.
Just themselves? Probably.
Odds are you're
jumped off into
odds are
the
you're going to hit
falls?
some kind of stalagmite or whatever.
I'll be fine.
Get
Time now for
reamed.
things we learned today on the show. Brought to you by the all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe, equipped for adventure with capable features like available 8-track all-wheel drive and standard third-row seating. What did I do? I am wearing a nice Oxford button-down shirt.
Very nice.
Very nice color on you.
It has caught the world by storm. Tom's dad was in a wheelchair, had polio.
But he always wore a coat like that.
You mean a shirt?
31 documented people have gone over the falls. 13 have died.
Oh, so the odds are you will make it.
You make it.
If you have sex with a robot and the robot has a face, is it considered cheating?
Christy?
Yes.
Your husband bangs a faceful robot.
Yes.
It's cheating.
Yes.
What if he uses a tool, like a masturbating tool? Is that
a fleshlight? Or
what?
A fleshlight?
No.
It's still
Is
a
that cheating?
mechanism.
No.
That's not cheating.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but he can't. He can't.
Andy, you're good to go.
He can't drive in the diamond lane with a fleshlight. if you've got the $5,000 sex doll sitting there. Hey, look, officer, she's amazing.
Pat Godwin's resting his voice. Christy wants a Toyota MR2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In the 80s, not a new one.
Dickey brothers said they could get her an MR2, didn't they?
You can. I'm not touching a Toyota. Hungry? Eat a Toyota.
Something like Josh claims he's never fathered a child.
That's absolutely
that he knows of.
possible.
That's his claim. Tom should hire Jeff Oskay to be his driver, so you'll stop getting lost.
Get lost. The GPS was wrong.
Boy.
Josh's mom, and she's rich and has a rich husband. We'll be staying with Josh for a few days.
Yeah.
Let's all go to dinner. It'd be nice.
To visit.
And she can pay because she's rich.
Yes.
Oh, Christy, I see where you're misunderstanding here. She's actually married to a man named Rich.
Is that right?
I mean, they're fine.
They're doing okay. Yes. And you're buying their RV. Okay, good. Thanks.
I'm buying their RV.
Thank you very much. Reno tonight, Brown County Playhouse, and then tomorrow, the Redmore Event House with Willie G. Both those shows, that's one's in Cincinnati. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here weekly so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
Clarity equals focus, and focus equals success. That's what I'm here to do every week with you. Max out.
The Ed Milet Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.